Alright. We got 4 minutes to actually like dick around, but if you want to do it right now, we can do it right now. But
I don't know. It's up to you.
why not? So yeah, week 7. What are the teams at right now? I don't even fucking remember. All I know is that All In's right on the border of playoffs of this thing. So like we have to keep winning. They're like 2-3, like or 2-2 or 2-3 or some shit. So we're like right in the middle of the pack. So we gotta keep winning stuff.
So what you're saying is it's like the Yankees throughout the whole season?
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything's a must-win.
Yeah, pretty well in the last whatever. Yeah, throughout the whole season actually, really what it was. So yeah, I think we can do that. Everyone who's like playing these matches, we've strategically placed them. Everyone's becoming like silver 1, gold 1, plat 1, diamond 1. It's all happening, all according to plan. And if anyone gets promoted, we break their finger. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I guess we can just go into this pretty easily, right? Let's see, what's our matchup's gonna be? Ace Blade versus Chief Negative. I'm gonna rate these names real quick. Chief Negative, I kind of like that name. The fact that it's just negative is interesting to me. It reminds me of some Russian shit. I don't know, like the Gav shit. I don't know. Bolt versus G-Tech SM. Actually, wait, what are the races? Let me check this out. I completely forgot. I haven't put races on this thing yet because I wanted to, but never got the chance. Where are you at? Where are you at? I had this thing open a second ago. We got Ace Blade versus Chief Negative, a TVT. So that one's all you.
Yep.
Bolt versus J-Tech SMG. Little PVZ action. Classic matchup. Do Try versus Lemons. I know TVZ is always a good matchup. One of my favorite matchups. Ultras versus Almador, I think that's how you pronounce his name. TVZ as well. And Molded Pixels versus Edwood. TVP on Overgrowth. A little old school map. And let's see. Nanoa versus Paddox. Paddox. We'll go Paddox. TVP on Frost. P Sosa versus Riffy. I'm gonna end it off with a ZBZ, and that Scrub Boo versus Chimera, also a ZBZ. It was really unfortunate because I've been playing ZBZs like for every single match during this.
Yep.
And this was gonna be the week I don't get a ZBZ, and then they swapped players on me and made it a ZBZ. I was disappointed.
State of North American StarCraft.
Yep. Hey, like if there's anything I was saying, right, is that All In is the like training ground for ZBZ. Every single one of our like peep modes, any of our practice sessions, if you want to play Zergs of all levels, is where you go. 100%. You look hungover apparently. That's really funny. Yeah, that's what happens when you work to the core, you know.
I mean, I've been working like ridiculously crazy.
Yeah, right.
The
That's
last couple of days, so that's kind of why.
that part. I don't know if you didn't hear it, obviously, but on the stream, did that part not sound like James Bond to you? The part I'm listening to right now, like it's like some violin or some shit. It's all right, whatever. Let's just go into it before I lose my mind. First map: Ace Blade versus Derek, TVT.
Yeah, and everyone in the chat is claiming I am too quiet.
You're too quiet. The fuck boost the shit out of you.
And
Boosted.
yeah, I'm working like 9 to like 8 pretty much every day. So.
All right, let's pause real quick. Let's pause this. I want to get these volumes set up correct before we do this.
Set up so we can actually understand.
Because I boosted you by like you're double the volume that you usually are. Let's try this. Let's try this again.
Part of the problem is I did just have to reinstall Skype. As I reset my
That could be
computer,
it.
so it might just be Skype being,
Skype-ish.
dumb, as it tends to be.
All right. Say some stuff.
Chat? Is that any better? You can actually hear me?
I checked this stuff before, and I thought odds would pick it up correctly. I was looking at the levels. It looked fine. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Um,
We had a few minutes before the stream started, so that's why we're doing this now.
yes.
Just
Hey,
because we
it's
started
not
the game.
officially. Oh, yeah. Just because we started the game doesn't mean we actually start the game.
Still too quiet.
Still too quiet.
Hold on,
I think Obs doesn't give a fuck about that setting.
Well, let me see if I can raise my own volume.
Because right now he's at max volume for me. You're pretty much screaming in my ear. So I guess Obs just doesn't give a shit about my volume mixer.
Maybe.
Which is also possible.
Is that any better?
Sounds about the same to me. Let me see.
I don't know. I just boosted myself on Skype a little bit.
Maybe. Because I guess the volume mixer really doesn't. Like, Obs doesn't give a shit about the volume mixer. Because everything's at, like, 0 compared to Skype.
I guess that has to be the case.
Yeah, I'm assuming it doesn't, but there's no other way to.
Change it. Is there any setting in Obs for changing volumes?
Not for Skype alone. I can make desktop audio louder, but I don't know. We'll try that. Say some more stuff.
How about now? Is that any better? I apologize to the stream for the audio issues.
It's weird because Nano was fine last time.
And I'm talking right into the mic, so it's definitely.
Yeah, you sound fine on my side.
Stream.
Let's see. Do I have to change? Can I like go to a different volume mixer that's like the digital volume mixer? Is that a thing? Device, speakers, headphones, real technology output. But none of the applications are going through it. That's the problem. Fuck. Let's see.
Just yell.
There should be a way to make this better. Let's see. Tools, options, audio center. No, it's the right one. Damn it. Fuck. I thought I fixed this. I was pretty sure this was fixed. What about... I could drop my mic and then make desktop better. Is it like... Can you guys like not hear him at all?
Yeah, is it... How bad actually is it? Because if it's just... I'm quiet, we could just cast and...
I'll figure
whatever. If you can't hear me, you can't hear me.
Oh, fuck me. Thought I did it. I thought I had this fixed. I was doing this for 30 minutes today. I was messing with this for 30 minutes trying to get you up. Is there like a...
Apparently they can hear me, so...
But if it's still not good... I want it to be equal. Like that's the whole thing. Device default. Let's try this. Maybe I'll use a different device. Try it now. Say one of his changes.
How about now? Is that any better? Let's see.
It was using the default device. Maybe that's different.
I'm just waiting.
I'm considerably louder. I can make myself lower. Alright, fuck it. We're gonna go for this.
Yeah. We'll go through this. We'll see how it is at the end of the game, and we can always adjust.
I bet you anything in about 30 seconds. We're like, he's too loud.
Of course, that's how this. Of course.
All right.
It's Twitch chat. Of course.
Yes. And here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have the man for plan. It is XXX Ace Blade because I'm gonna leave those X's in there.
And up here in the top left, we have the blue Terran, Derek.
Derek's nice. Derek seems like a very nice. It seems like a nice guy. Like you don't ever go, that Derek dude. He's an asshole. Derek seems like a chill dude, right? Especially all lowercase. Didn't even bother to capitalize.
Yeah, it's not. He's not like trying to like forcefully be like, this is my name.
Yeah, he's not forcefully doing it.
And it's not like he has a Kaczynski poster to be terrifying with a one sil.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
He's not even. He doesn't even have the tag for daily life.
Yeah.
I think
Alright,
it's actually
so-
too loud again. Did my sound like reset itself?
Mhm.
Whatever, it's close enough. Oh no, because I have everything else louder. Never mind, we're good. We're good.
So far, pretty standardy. I think a slightly faster gas from Derek.
Let's see, 1928. Yep, 1940. So he's gonna have a little more gas. What do you think that's gonna be? You think it Reapers?
It usually implies Reapers. With people who want to go gas first. You can it lines up everything a little bit better. But I'm not sure. I mean, to be honest, with just one gas, it's not anything all that crazy.
So yeah, there's gonna be the Reaper. It's gonna be Reaper on Derek's side,
And on both actually.
On both sides.
Second barracks though from Derek, so that's the first big sort of tell that he's going to be doing something with 2 barracks on 1 base.
Oh. Not Derek's side. I lied. I was looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, Marines out of Derek, but double barracks taking his next gas. We see a full scout off Blade. Saw, I believe, everything. I didn't see the second gas, but he saw most of the base. While Blade is taking an expansion. Keeping the Reaper at home, I think that's probably... No, now it's sending out. So, delaying his Reaper a little bit, but sending it out now. And Derek taking an expansion of his own. So Reaper working his way across the map. Seeing Blade now go for a factory. Actually at the exact same time as his opponent. As Reaper comes in, see how much he can get done with this Reaper.
No kills so far, but it's gonna get some good damage down to SCVs. Gonna soften him up a little bit. He gets out with 6 HP. I would like to see him stop this command center, but he's gonna leave. He's a little afraid. Down at 11 HP.
You like having that Reaper alive. It's good to be able to scout and just sort of keep it in your back of your opponent's head that it exists.
Yep.
So moving the barracks off the tech lab to see if that means he wants to float his factory over from Blade, or is he gonna go for a starport? Nope, he's gonna float his factory over. Widow mines out of Derek at a starport, so definitely the possibility for something like a Widow mine drop or
Widow mine transition into supply block. Oh, there we go. Never mind. He had a build. Oh no, command center finished. Okay, yeah.
And a bunker actually behind his mineral line. I actually like this defensively. You deal with drops. You can deal with opposing liberators, things like that. Positioning is a little bit interesting, more towards the right side, but still, just having anything you can defend inside your base in this matchup when it's so.
Especially in like a low level game like this, right? This is Silver League, right? So, I mean, anything that makes your opponent do more actions while you could do something else, it's I think really good.
Yep.
So let's see, what are we looking at here? Tech wise, we got Viking coming out for Ace Blade, Siege Tank coming out as well. On the other side, looks like just bio-ish stuff. Yeah, there's mostly Marines on this side of the map for Derek.
Yeah. Derek does have 9 Marines. To his opponent, actually, all he has is this Reaper and the 1 tank that is spawning right now. So it looks like Ace Blade is staying pretty much away from barracks, and actually with that reactor going down, this looks like it's going to actually be mech.
Two factories here. Derek gets a pretty good scan, so he should know what's up here. He sees the 2 factories, sees the double Vikings. He has to expect there's not going to be too many Marines coming across the map against Adam.
Yeah. We see a defensive Widow mine put up. So as of now, it looks like these are going to be more of like a Marine mine type style, which we haven't seen
in the middle there. Okay.
all that much of in TVT. If that's what he's actually going to be going for, we have to see if it continues.
He just likes TVZ so much that he decided let's just do it in TVT.
Well, why not?
Best matchup, right?
Yep. So Hellions coming out for Blades. Yeah, this is definitely going to be mech. Pretty reasonable SCV lead at this point, 34 to 26. both players being on 2 bases.
Yeah, because Aceblade also had his orbital command up in natural way faster than Derek was. I think he went 1 rax expand. I don't know what Derek went up for, but it makes sense Aceblade would be so far ahead in his economy here. But the army supply is not.
Apparently, you have 2 nameplates.
2 nameplates?
No, chat's
even
telling me
means?
things.
The top part? I don't know. Do you care if this is there or not? Doesn't matter. I like that top one.
Yep. So at this point, Derek getting very well defended against drops. 2 turrets over here, over on the right side with the Widow Mine. Turret over here. On the left-hand side, 2 turrets covering his natural. So he's actually very well defended.
Yeah. Pretty standard silver level defense, right? You don't want to look at your base when you get dropped. You just he's coming, he's gonna die. It's fine, whatever. You have the money to spare.
It definitely is good though because you don't want to deal with that. Although it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any drops anytime soon. As Blade is going exclusively for Vikings, looking for that air superiority along with his tanks and his Hellions. Both players putting thirds down. We're seeing Derek be a little bit more aggressive, putting his third down at the base. Although with the geography of this map, the flight time is so minuscule that it's really not that big a deal.
Yep. So a little push gonna come out here from Aceblade. I think he's gonna be in a pretty good spot here because if he gets his tanks in between this third and his natural, there's no way that Derek could push into it. If all Marines against Hellions and siege tanks, that third is out and go down.
Sense this is coming though. If he gets out, this is not unsieged. This is not a very strong army.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sieged, he's got himself in a pretty good spot. So Blades definitely have to make sure he gets his army siege, stays together. And keep in mind, a lot of his supply is currently in the air with these Vikings.
I would have loved to see Aceblade go to that third, cancel that, but now it's up and it's gonna be
Derek
flooded.
sees this. Is he gonna come out?
Ooh,
gets the Widow Mine shot off.
That Widow Mine did so much damage to these siege tanks.
And he charges right in.
Oh
He's gonna
my
get 1 tank,
god, everything just died.
2? No.
They just charged in, took 3 siege tank shots and like 3 Hellion shots, and everything died.
Yes,
that was like a Baneling landmine.
These SCVs are now very, very exposed. It looks like Blade is gonna get every single SCV at this base, and it's going to be very hard for Derek to break out of this get out of down his natural.
I don't think I've ever seen an army die so fast. That was an entire army dead in 1 synchronized shot. That was impressive.
That was something. Derek's actually going to lift his Marines and drop a few Marines here, and he's going to get a tank, actually.
He might get a second tank.
Both tanks? He's going to get both tanks, actually. So Derek actually is really set himself up that he's been able to clean up this push. Now he did take a ton of economic damage. He's down over 28 workers, and still has these Vikings to deal with. But
yeah, he even lands the Vikings. Big. But for now, like with 5 Vikings, he can't get a single medevac up in there. He can't get anything in the air.
Oh yeah, no way.
And I don't think he has enough Marines to fight them on the ground.
But with this medevac now, these Marines should be able to clean up the rest of these Vikings. And now he's got these Hellbats to deal with.
Yep.
Roast away these. All still here. It's gonna be like, yeah, he'll clean this up. And
yeah, but the damage is 100% done, right?
Yeah, the damage was done. He's at 16 workers. He lost a base. So Derek's gonna have to really do something to claw his way back in. And you can see it in the supplies. I mean, it's 60 to 30.
Yep.
That being said, in terms of army, there's really not much army for Blade. So Blade's gonna have to build his army back up with over some time now. But his third is down, and we're actually seeing Derek float his third over to his natural.
Alright, it's a safer base for him to take, and he didn't get much mining done at his natural, so why not?
You know, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that he knows that he needs to, he wants to hold on here, and it's the easier base to hold.
Yeah. But Derek's still going for this Marine Mine type composition against an opponent he knows is going mech. And Marine Mine, if you have to catch your opponent out, right? You can't just you can't fight siege tanks with Marines. It just doesn't work that way. I guess what you could do is drop on top of him, but it didn't look like he was gonna do it. And also with the air superiority that Aceblade has, there's no way he's gonna get drops on top of these siege tanks.
Yeah, and it's just so difficult to get the mines to actually get any value because like. Especially against mech, you're not going to get these big clumps of like Marines or things where you can get a big mine shot off. The mech army, just because of the larger units, is a little bit more naturally spread out.
Yep.
I mean, you can use it to defend against Hellion run-bys, which is a small thing.
That is true. That's
at
true.
this point, when he's only mining off the 2 bases, he's not really worried about Hellion run-bys because Hellions aren't really breaking down the front door of a Terran.
Yeah, especially when there's like not much of a wall, not much room to maneuver here. There's no open third base. It's a pretty tight natural here.
And at this point, Aceblade really starting to get back up in supply, get his tank count back up, get his Viking count back up. He's got the base lead.
Yeah, I think Aceblade knows that like he did so much damage at the initial push. He just wait. He's gonna get a big enough army to just yeah, all right. I feel like going out now and killing him.
Yeah.
You just yeah. There it is. There's the call. He's like, you know, that's enough Hellions. That's
Yeah, and this is quite a bit more Hellions than he had last time.
Do they blue flame actually? I don't even know. I didn't check.
I don't believe so.
I didn't see
No,
it. Doesn't. Is there a way to tell? I can't tell. I can't tell this overlay.
You click on a tab. Yes, they do have blue flame.
They have blue flame. All right. So every Marine is gonna melt. As
Yeah.
long as they
Now,
don't. As long as he doesn't get the
Widow
worst. Yeah.
Yeah. He goes into these 3 Widow Mines dangerously. They
Oh
could take
god.
him down. He's
Oh
gonna
god.
get a lot of damage off on these, but
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Oh shoot.
get these Marines in here. He's gonna get 2 tanks, 3 tanks, and very nice defense actually from Derek here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the kind of buffer of Hellions just got destroyed by the Widow Mines, and the siege tanks never got their siege up. So it was just like a 2-pronged attack, and both got shut down by the Widow Mines, second by the Marines. So I don't know if Derek did anything to make that happen, or it was just Aceblade running head first, thinking, "Oh, this game's over." But that was defended. That was one way to defend it. Just do nothing and let Aceblade walk into the Widow Mine field.
Yeah.
It's one way to do it.
It's still pretty heavy supply lead, and the worker count is still definitely in the favor of Aceblade. If you look back at his base, he does have another army, but you definitely have to also sort of look at the sense the psychological impact of that, especially at
Yeah,
sort of this level
true.
of TVT, because you can sort of get to a point where you're a little bit afraid of, oh I just attacked into him. I thought I was just going to easily win, and I didn't. And you're suddenly like a little bit more worried
Yeah,
about how.
you're a little bit more worried that, oh, maybe I can't just A-move in.
Yeah.
But in theory, I think he could have A-moved in.
Yeah.
What I would have loved to see there is Aceblade got his siege tank sieged up behind the Hellions first before he walked in.
Yeah.
Then as the Marines came out to stim, everything would have been dead. But, you know.
Yeah. Aceblade taking a 4th, so he's definitely looking to continue to keep his economic lead.
4th and a 5th, right? When you have that much money, why not?
Yep. He's got a bunch of SCVs actually just idle in his main as he's
Yep.
mined out his main, so he can transfer those over when one of the bases finishes. And unfortunately, it's still the economic losses from that initial attack is still, you can just see how much it's affected Derek, that he's not been able to get his full production going. He's not been able to get his army back up to the amount he should.
One thing I do like about Derek, what he's doing is he's got like 1 Marine in every attack path of Aceblade.
Yeah.
He actually got that 1 Marine to deny that 4th base coming up on the right side.
Yeah. Upgrades, currently it's 2-1 against 1-1. 2-2 is about halfway, a little less than halfway complete from Derek. So the upgrades do go in the favor of Blade.
Yeah.
And now this is another army to see how it is. But there are Widow Mines here. This time sending 1 Hellion up, but does get a decent Widow Mine shot off there.
Oh, he's got a siege. Well, the blue flame's here though, so everything might die. Oh, but the siege is coming in. All right, there it is, and everything dies.
There's the attack.
There was enough layers
Yeah.
of siege tank there that he couldn't just get wiped out.
Yeah, he could just charge in because even when he was right on top of the back line, they were still there. Scans to kill the Widow Mines, and I think these at this point these tanks are going to end up being pretty uncontested.
Yep.
They're going to siege up here, and I'm just not seeing how Derek is going to be able to.
Especially because
muster enough
Aceplade's +3 attack just finished. There's a little bit of anti-time when he walked up that ramp because his 3 attack wasn't done yet, but now it's all done, and I don't know what Marines are going to do against +3 tanks when they don't have +2.
Yep.
Even a Cyclone
this is
in there.
only safety. You do have to be a little bit careful, but with the numbers that his opponent has, there's just nothing that he's going to be able to do. So you can see any Marine forces charge in, and they just cannot handle it. He's going to try and land these Vikings, but there's just so many tanks that it doesn't even matter if you land Vikings on top of them, because the further ones away can fight.
Even the Cyclone taking out these medevacs. This is the entire anti-air of Aceblade right now. He's just going to come in and take everything out. It's going to siege at the bottom of his ramps.
siege.
And this
There,
should be
and
it, I think.
This is probably going to spell pretty much disaster. With only 21 SCVs, there's no, just 7 Marines on the map. There's just not enough. And it looks like XXX Ace Blade is going to take.
Triple X Ace Blade. Gonna wreak havoc on this main base. Gonna A-move his way up the ramp. He's got, I think, more siege tank than Derek has Marines by now.
That's double the siege tank.
Double the siege tanks as he has Marines.
That's not a good sign.
And that's siege inside the base. That's
Yep.
just a BM siege, really. This is all over. There's a 16 supply to 142, and Derek taps out with the GG.
Yep. I just say though, I give credit to Derek there that he was able to fight off 2 armies that I actually thought would just kind of kill him. He really was never really fully back in the game. He definitely was behind ever since that first attack, but you give him credit for being able to sort of grit it out a little bit and at least sort of make it interesting. But eventually,
I'm not gonna lie, it was much less Derek holding it off and much more Ace Blade walking into a minefield one at a time.
That's true.
Like it was, because I don't know if he did anything there besides stim into the into the siege tanks after all the Hellions were dead, while they were unsieged. Because he caught it at the right time. Actually, like, I'll give it to this. He caught him. He stimmed into the siege tanks at the right time. Because he went into the siege tanks as they were being stimmed, as they're being sieged. So that was good timing there.
Yep.
All right, next match we got Bolt versus G-Tech SMG. I'm gonna assume, or G-Tech. I don't know. We'll go with that. G-Tech. It's also G-Tech. I think I spelled it wrong in that thing. We changed that real quick. Because I think it's this, not that. Close enough. I'm sorry, G-Tech. Or J-Tech. English? The number J? It's fine. I miss Day 9 dailies.
Aren't we all?
I actually haven't watched enough of Pig dailies. I've heard they're good, but I haven't actually seen any of them. I used to watch Day 9 dailies. Like, remember we used to watch them in college all the time, just like because we had time to.
Yeah.
Now we just don't.
Now we're sort of functioning adults.
Questionable.
Well, I said sorta.
Sort of. All right. So we're going with J-Tech SMG versus all its Bolt. A little ZVP action.
So far, my experience in this matchup has been like, make roaches and kill someone, and if that doesn't work, you lose.
There was a long time I thought that making roaches in this matchup meant you lost. Because roaches just got shredded by everything. But Ravagers are pretty good. Alright,
Yep.
So in the bottom left-hand corner, we have playing for Team Daily Life Esports. It is J-Tech SMG.
And up here in the top right, playing for All In, we have the purple Protoss Bolt.
Fuck. Okay, I almost had it. I almost had it on the first try there. I was really close on the scoreboard.
Getting better. We're
Getting better.
slowly
Definitely
but
better.
surely, the production value is rising.
So there are many Protosses on players in general on All In who say this map is unwinnable for Protoss. Basically, this third base is impossible to hold because there are so many ways Lings can walk in and murder you. A certain non-GM player named Riser doesn't think he can win, and a certain other salty random player, I guess? I think he's Protoss now. I don't know if he's Protoss or he's actually Terran, but says he can't win. I sort of tend to agree. Except 2 base all-ins are really good on this map, just because of all these choke points and stuff, I think. Because you could engage up these ramps, right, and then just sit on the ramp, and just like cut off the third base from the natural, and kill the third and like walk home, and then you're in an advantageous position. But we'll see how they decide to play this out. J-Tech.
So what do you think about this pylon gateway positioning from Bolt right now?
I think you have to do this. Because you cannot wall off this base from the ramp to the natural. It's just so massive, which is also why I think that a troll pool is really good in this map, because a lot of times you can't get all this stuff down. You either like what Bolt's doing right now. I think is the best way to do this, right? You go gateway cyber, so you have this wall partially completed, and then go for nexus. Like a lot of people go for like a nexus first or a gateway nexus, and they just the 12 pool lings walk in and just kill everything. They kill the pylon and the game's over. Or you get an advantageous position because you take out the natural and expand.
Yeah, and it's not like you can pull probes all the way down here easily.
Yeah, and also, yeah, that's true. Pulling probes on there, even if you don't kill any probes, you're denying mining for so long because just distance of traveling from the main to the natural is long on this map.
Yeah.
So it looks like JTech's gonna go with the gas here. I think it's probably gonna go for a speed on the Zerglings and probably pull up gas as it is pretty much a standard right now. Get an early-ish speed for map control and dealing with any kind of weird adept harassment. And my guess probably take a third base. Get that economy going. Pretty easy to take third base on this map, right? As rocks blocking everything. It's just the later on stages where you get attacked from all sides and you can't see these rocks. The amount of times I've lost games because I just didn't see them take these rocks down and just walk into my third is it's frightening, honestly.
That is a roach warren and a second gas.
That is true. That is a roach warren and a second gas. So maybe not. Maybe he's just gonna make a whole bunch of roaches and walk across the map.
And on the other side,
a valid option.
We got ourselves a Twilight Council.
So my guess here is the Twilight Council is for Resonant Glaives, right? Because he's not doing anything on it yet. He's not making a Dark Shrine.
Yep, there's Resonant Glaives.
There it is. So Resonant Glaives against roaches, not exactly the greatest. So we'll see how Bolt deals with this. He needs to really identify this roach warren and identify the no third base before he can really make a play at this.
And a lair. So looks like our Zerg is playing this on 2 bases for a little while.
Yep.
And that is
3 roaches.
3 roaches.
And double
right
gas.
away.
He's got 4 gases up too, so I don't know what he's gonna do with all this gas. There's a lot of gas for this state of the game.
And there's a Robo from Bolt.
Bolt.
He's not a Protoss.
He's sort of Bolt-like. I'll run with it. Bolt can be Bolt. At least for this cast.
Just for the rest of this cast.
Yes. Okay, no. So JTech's got his Overlord here on the side. Doesn't really see anything yet. He does see 2 gateways. I would love to see him move this in. Because if he moves it at all into the main base, you'll see this Twilight Council and you'll see the upgrade going on it. And nowadays, you see an upgrade on the Twilight Council and a ZVP, you just immediately think, oh, there's going to be a lot of adepts.
Yep. Oh, and there's a Spire, so that answers the what is he going to do with all that gas question.
So he's going to make Roaches and Mutas off of 2 base. Interesting play, I believe.
Well, that is very good against a lot of adepts.
It is the hard counter at adepts, that is true.
Like he's not actually seeing this Twilight Council, but he's really just going like, I'm countering your build.
I think JTech has the mentality that I do of, I see the same fucking build in ZVP all the goddamn time. I'm gonna just hard counter it every game. So I think that's what he's doing. He doesn't even have link speed. He just has roaches, saving all his gas for this big Muta switch.
He got link speed.
He did?
Yeah.
What? I just saw his lings out here. No speed.
Yeah, they just
it just finished. Okay, never mind. I lied.
And a hydrogen. So this is tech.
So he's getting everything. How do you counter all the Protoss bullshit? By getting all the Zerg bullshit.
All the Zerg bullshit.
You counter bullshit with bullshit. I would love to see Bolt drop some scouting, but he's got nothing on the other side of the map. He has no idea what's on the other side.
Yeah. So this Spire is finishing up, and there is 800 gas here, so he can make a decent number of mutas pretty quickly.
Yeah, there is a lot of gateways, so I think if Bolt doesn't spend all of its warp ins on straight adepts, this could be okay for him, right? Because I don't know how many mutas are gonna come out. It's gonna be, looks like, up to 10 mutas maybe coming out. And 10 mutas are good, but if you just get an adept stalker count up, you could probably fend it off. But it looks like he's just gonna make a whole bunch of adepts.
The one good thing that he would have though with those mutas is with the warp prism that's coming in is he can deny that much easier than if he didn't have mutas, which definitely helps because the last thing you want, I think, like with the Roach army, is having to deal with adepts running around with warp prisms everywhere. And that hydrogen standing is morphing, so what I said about tech is even like more true.
Going lurked as well. So JTech does see this adept push coming out, so he's gonna be. I think he's gonna see this and be like, okay, adepts, 2 immortals, sure. I've got mutas, I'll be fine. Got roaches.
Making 18 lings, still not making any mutas.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Where are the mutas actually?
He has not made any, and he's got the money. So we're really just at this point waiting to see
It
when he
looks
does it.
like he wants to save gas for lurkers, maybe. I'm not actually sure, because this army could beat this. Like Bolt's army could beat this army.
Oh, I
It's
think
possible.
straight up Bolt's army wins against.
I don't know. It's only 2 immortals. If those 2 immortals, the depths are tanky though. You're right. You're right. Never mind.
I don't doubt the power of the Adept.
I underestimated the power of the adept tanking. I thought the adepts might actually die. I was incorrect in this. What are the upgrades actually? Plus one. Okay, plus 1 adepts to 0, Okay, that'll do it. See, this is why I'm bad at ZVP. I'm like, he's got roaches to lose. He's not gonna die to 2 immortals.
Yeah,
he died to 2 immortals.
These Adepts at this point are just gonna
Yeah.
barrel through. JTech does have the money to make 7 or 8 mutas at this point. But
Yeah,
he's
but
going to lose so
now
much
it is-
economy, even if he does and kills this army, it's really not going to matter.
These immortals have 12 and 13 kills each. They went to town, those roaches. Just absolutely hammering away at them.
Yeah, that was... Yep.
And it's good. JTech says good push, and there's a GG. Well, so I called that wrong. I honestly thought that those roaches were okay. I thought, hey, there's just adepts, but that was it.
Cutting out
they
to
were,
me,
they were
like,
just adepts.
halfway through that game, by the way.
The what?
Your mic started cutting out to me halfway through that game. I don't think
Uh,
it affected the stream because I didn't see anyone saying anything on the stream.
Okay.
But for a while, towards the end of the game, I was just hearing like you cutting off mid-sentence.
My bad. Well, so there's a quick 2-0 there for all in. Good job, guys.
Very nice.
Bull.
Yeah, the lack of VM was interesting. It looked like that was about to be like a, you know.
Hey, there's no BM in the Chobo Team League at all, right? None whatsoever. We're all friendly. We're all family here.
Of course not.
So next
Granted,
up, what do you
nice
got?
push could have been sarcastic.
Yeah, it could have been.
This is the internet. We
When
aren't
in
actually
doubt,
sure.
it's BM, right? When in doubt, it's BM.
Like that's usually my opinion.
I also just realized I did not do this. I have to capitalize this, or else I'm gonna mess up his name. It's Do Try, not Dotry. It's Do Try. I'm sorry, Do Try. I almost said Dotry. See, I'm fucking stupid. I should drink more. I mean, apple juice.
Apple juice, family friendly.
It's apple juice. Look at this thing. Actually, you can't even see it. Shh.
I can't. I don't have the stream up.
It's all good. Oh, that's some cinnamon flavored apple juice.
Wow. The best.
Yeah, right. I just dumped some cinnamon in there. All right, next up we got what I said. Do Try versus Lemons. Where is this replay? Lemons versus Do Try. King Sejong Station. And the ZVT. I think this map is incredible for Tyron. I almost feel like this map is like 80-20 for Tyron, just because of those rocks in the back. And it's so like, have you ever done pushes where you just drop siege tanks behind those rocks and then just the person leaves? Because I've occasionally just said fuck and left.
And the person leaves, but I have done it and I have won with it.
Yes. Okay. Close enough. Close enough. All right. Let's get this going. All right. So in the top left-hand corner, we have playing for Daily Life Esports with the, I think one of the best like logos in all of esports. It is Lemons, 2 M's.
2 M's. And down here in the bottom right, looking to follow up the 2-0 with another win, we have All-Ins Do Try.
Do Try. Alright, so this map, I said before, these rocks, awful things. Drop a siege tank here, drop a siege tank here. Mineral lines, null and void. So what I like to do on this map, actually, is as soon as I get my first 4 lanes and chase away that Reaper, take my third, start working on these rocks as fast as you can. Because if these rocks are not down, you're dead. So Lemon's gonna go with the standard 17 pool, 17 hatch. And I'm gonna guess 18 gas, 17 pool. There's the 18th drone, gas, and pool soonish. On the other side of the map, do you try gas first, Reaper opening, probably Reaper expand.
Yep,
Standard.
regular old standard
Standard
from our Terran, standard from our Zerg. And there's the pool.
Yep. Good old macro ZVT. My favorite type of
Best
ZVT.
thing in the history of the world.
Yes. Alright. So yeah, I'm actually surprised this map is still here. This map, like, won't die. I know it's because the Koreans wanted to play it, but I don't think it's that great of a map. I think it's got too many imbalances for certain races.
Blizzard's gonna get mad at you.
Sorry, I'm sorry. This is gonna ruin my Blizzard casting career because of all those. They won't invite me back for BlizzCon.
This isn't Monday, Chris. We're not supposed to be
Not so-
complaining about balance.
Well, I can't. I realize we can't do Monday anymore because of football. I want to watch some of these games.
Yeah.
We need a new clever name for Tuesday. Tuesday night, Chobo night. I don't fucking know.
Chat. If you have any ideas for our new Tuesday night cast?
Yes.
Give us some ideas.
So Lemon comes in. Lemon's gonna come in, see that over that command center. Saw the Reaper go out as well, so he knows Reaper expand. 4 links come
2
out.
barracks from do try though. So it's
Is this the auto win build? Is this a 2 medevac stim?
it might be.
I don't actually know what the opening is for. I should really learn what it looks like from a Terran's point of view. All I know is what it looks like when I walk my overlord in, at like 4 minutes or 3 minutes. I should probably learn the actual build at some point if I want to try and be a halfway decent caster.
Let me go for. How do we actually say that? How do you say
Pneumatized
this
carapace?
speed upgrade?
Is it pneumatized carapace?
It's pneumatized? Okay.
I think it's pneumatized.
I guess.
Why is it not highlighting for me? Whatever. Oh, do I have it not highlighted, like, so I don't see the bars? I might, or the help card. Is that what it's called? So drone's gonna come out, try to sneak this third basin. He's gonna get it. No, dude, try it. On top of his shit, stops and denies his third base. Good stuff by do try. He's gonna get killed by Lynx.
Speed finishes up, so he's gonna be able to get this Reaper. Yep.
But it's okay. The Reaper did his job. It spotted the drone, denied the third, made these lanes come out and do stuff.
And even a small denial like that, it might not seem like it.
You don't understand how much, like, small little disruptions like that just drives a Zerg player insane. Well, it drives everyone insane, honestly. But, like, it's like, oh, this motherfucking Reaper. I already don't like Reapers, but, you know.
Yes. So start port going down, so yes, definitely going to be a stim medevac.
Yep. So there's the two barracks, factory, starport. It's the build that Beyond can win a game off of with just those 2 medevacs.
Now Lemons is getting Burrow. So what's your
I was
take?
gonna say Burrow Evo Chamber. So I'm actually not sure what this is. I saw the Evo Chamber. I thought it was gonna be like fast-ish upgrades with Overload drop, but I'm actually not sure of this Burrow here.
It's making 16 lings.
Yeah. It's definitely not a mistake because he got Newtized Carapace first, so he knew he was getting both these upgrades. I'm curious what they're for.
Yeah.
Unless he's gonna be a god and just start like Burrow microing lings.
That would be really cool.
Could be queens. I wonder if people should do if anybody does this, right? Like they just get Burrow to defend their drones, right? Like say like a Liberator comes in, you just Burrow your drones. Like you can't kill them.
If you're playing against Terran, they just scan.
They just go scan it. Yeah.
And there's the Baneling nest. So I guess burrowed Banelings.
Alright. So it is a drop though as well.
Like with these things, yeah, he's gonna drop lings out of this Overlord. And the Marines are in a medevac, so this actually could go down pretty well. Only 3 Marines inside the base right now. And actually a supply block. Do try a supply block. He's gonna actually drop supply to try and stop that.
Actually, where's Dutry's army? Is it the 2 medevacs?
The medevacs, yeah.
Oh, this might work out because there's no army at home for this. These lings could do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Alright, I wish I had picture-in-picture, but these lings are going to town in the main base.
Yeah,
Gonna take out a whole bunch of drones.
SCVs. However, this drop is over here. He's gonna get a queen, and he's gonna start getting to work on this hatchery.
Yeah, definitely looks like the third base is gonna go down, but all the lings in the main, all the SCVs in the main are dead. There's 20 workers killed. Oh, the drop actually got killed completely? I was looking at the main.
Great defense from Lemons as well as doing incredible amount of economic damage on the other side of the map.
Wait, how did Lemons kill that drop so quickly? What happened? I looked away. Did Lemons like have Banelings and take it out? Or what was it?
Just surrounded with lings.
Oh, it was just surrounded with lings? Wow.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought 2 medevacs with Instant Marines kills infinite links. I was incorrect.
I think that a big part of it was that the by having the links on the other side of the map, you forced to try to be a little bit paying attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside his base, so he wasn't able to pick up. He didn't know able to do any of that. So definitely the combination of the defense on inside of the map and combined with the aggression with the drop put Lemons in a really good position. And he's going to bring these links up here, trying to deny third, but there is no third to deny.
Yep.
And actually find this overall is a little
yeah.
bit of a thing. So he pulls a bunch of Marines back into Dutrai's main.
Yeah, I thought for sure Lemon was gonna run into the natural when he saw those Marines over there, because he knows there's not many Marines to begin with, right? Because he killed the ones over dropped his third, and he saw that many Marines chasing his empty Overlord. That would have been a juicy run by.
Yeah. Although if Lemons adds on a few Banelings, I think he could.
Could bust for sure.
Be able to contest this army.
There's no wall at all.
Yeah.
It's just naked Marines.
Yep. And if you look economically at this point, Lemons up to 47 drones, so still a little lower, but not definitely doing well. 28 SCVs on the other side is not a very healthy total.
Dutrai even picks up, goes for another drop while the Overlord is watching him. So again, Lemons, if he's on top of his map vision, sees those Marines leaving the base, he could just run right in again. But it looks like he's not going to. On Dutrai's side, I
do like Dutrai trying to make something happen here.
Oh yeah, definitely. He needs to get back in this game somehow.
You have to do something. So it makes a lot of sense. And these medevacs are coming here, and at this point, there's actually not much on this side of the map from Lemon. So these Marines could end up doing a lot of damage here in this main. Sure. A lot of exposed tech and drones.
Stims in, takes out the Queen. A whole bunch of drones are gonna go down. Let's see what tech Dutrai targets here. Meanwhile, the Lings are coming home actually for Lemons.
He's actually gonna go for a couple of Overlords here, look to supply block his opponent, but actually that's not gonna. He's gonna get Bailing speed. It looks like.
Sure.
So that's a big denial, keeping his opponent from having Bailing speed. The Lings are up here, so he's gonna be able to clean this drop up now. But this drop definitely did a nice amount of damage.
Yeah, for sure. Bailing speed was big.
Yeah.
Did you guys take out the? Was there a Spire that he took out? I think so too, right? Or was that a? I don't know. I would think click on
something else.
Great casting. Actually, because I was really surprised he brought all of his Lings back. I would have thought, okay, I could bank up enough Lings at home, defend the drop with my Queens, and then counterattack with these Lings, but he didn't do that.
Here comes these Lings and Banes. And once again, looking at the third, nothing there. He's going to poke up this ramp, and there's a decent number, but I don't think enough Marines to contest this many Lings. Widowmine burrowing. Widowmine gets a pretty good shot.
And this Bailey isn't getting too much service there. It's not going to get...
And now that there's a tank out, I think that Dutrai is actually going to be able to hold this.
It looks like it. Pretty good, really good hold for Dutrai. Just basically, he knew there weren't that many Banelings on Lemon's side, so he just kind of stutter step back and never let the Baneling get close to him. And that was really all I needed, because Stim Marines are pretty good against Lings. Just pure Lings.
Yeah. Especially with even upgrades. Now that still you do, and actually overall, as I say, the economic session, Dutrai has actually gotten back up. He's only down 3 workers and fuels. He's going to be able to easily make up the deficit. Now he is down a bunch of bases because Dutrai has his 4th up and just put his 5th down. So that's the one big problem. However, with these Marines and medevacs and tank coming up, he might be able to actually get in here and see if he can deny this base at all. Some Lings do shark in.
Good pickup there, though.
Tank. They're going to get almost every single one of the Marines. Yep.
Yeah. I keep doing the same thing you just did, where I keep imagining that Lemons is the all-in player because I'm so used to Zerg players being from all-in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, so Dutrai's gonna get the links. Oh wait, no, it's not Dutrai. We should just make everyone an all-in play Zerg. At least offer a Zerg, right? Just so it makes it easier for me to cast.
Makes it so that in tournaments they have, if we're casting them, you have to play.
Yeah,
Zerg.
You gotta play Zerg. It's just the all-in way.
Or we could do the old like the Pro League style thing and just use the team names instead of instead of calling them Lemons and Dutrai. It's just all in or just.
Do they do that? I don't watch much Pro League.
I don't know if I don't think they do it in English, but I think in some, because I know like
Korean?
actually in game they just use one account.
Oh yeah, that is true. But like usually they say, oh, it's Park
Yeah.
Sung, whatever the hell their names are. That's
Alright,
not
so there's
racist.
Fire from Lemons.
So
So
Spire and Hive coming up. Or
Yeah.
it's never mind, Lair. I thought it was Hive. Wait, is it Lair? No, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
Hive.
Hive.
What am I talking about? Shoot.
Yeah.
It says Lair in the card. I don't. That's confusing me. It looks like a Hive. It's a Hive.
It's turning into a hive.
Yeah, whatever. Blizzard UIs are confusing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so +2/+2 coming up. +3/+2 actually coming up for Detroit. So he may get a upgrade advantage here. He definitely will at a certain point. There may be a slight timing where, hey, no, his upgrades are faster. So Detroit will have definitely an upgrade advantage going into the later stages of this game.
Yeah, and so this army is going to move over here. There are a decent amount of Ling Bane in order to contest this.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be pure Marine here versus this one siege tank gonna be all that stands between death for Detroit. All the Banes actually go.
He's actually connecting against the siege tank though.
A couple more
Banes
Banes go.
Those are still unspeed Banelings.
Yeah. He never
more,
researched
yeah.
it.
Yeah, more damage that came out of killing that Baneling nest at the time. These Marines are going to try and settle this up their way. I think that there are too many Lings here.
He's gonna trade pretty favorably though, even if there are too
Yeah.
many Lings. He gets pretty much all the Lings for all the Marines.
There's still just a couple of Marines still picking away. I think, yeah, with this next funnel Lings though, he's going to be able to hold this up.
Drops the siege tank to pick up the siege tank. Nice. Does a dangerous drop on the siege tank.
Yes. All in all, though, Dutry is beginning to put himself in a much better position. I mean, his supplies have gotten a lot closer than they were.
Although he did just make 6 Corruptors. It was very close a second ago, though. It was almost even.
Yes.
So again, pure Ling's gonna come in against these
the Ultra's Cavern
Marines.
is done. Although with the lack of upgrades, there is still no chitinous plating. Those Ultras aren't going to be that particularly great yet. It's not the kind of killer Ultras to destroy things. Tanks are going to siege up here. This is now a pretty strong army from Dutry.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. This is also a very tough place to engage on because he gets to run down this choke point into these 2 tanks, and it really doesn't seem like Lemons makes that many Banelings. It seems like.
Yep.
He does take out this 5th base.
The
Banelings finish, pick up.
Trying to get good Baneling connections, decent Baneling connections there.
All these Corruptors are here, pretty much.
Yeah, and these Corruptors are basically dead supply at this point.
Yeah. He needs these Corruptors alive. If he's going for well, actually, he didn't go Great Aspire, so these Corruptors are actually just there to kill Medevacs.
Yeah, the big thing is I definitely think Dutry needs to get his tanks a little bit closer to the action.
Yeah, without siege, without Medevacs though, it's a little bit scared to unsiege and siege though.
Yeah, and he's gonna run these Marines over here. A bunch of Lings spawn and actually run right away from these Marines. They could have gotten a pretty quick surround there.
Yeah, these Marines are basically dead supply for Detroit. He's just trying to get as much damage as he can without the Medevacs there.
Any value you can get out of them at this point is good.
This lone siege tank is in a very dangerous spot though. He's gonna try to run home.
He's running on. He's on creep though. He's running away.
Yeah, so that all the Medevacs actually were cleared out from Dutry. So right now this army isn't quite as safe to move across the map because there are no Medevacs for that quick escape.
Yeah. Now the big thing is now the clock really does get on Dutry though with chitinous plating as well as +3 attack for Lemons beginning. Once that gets done, this Marine tank army is just not going to be able to compete with without Liberators or something else to kill the Ultras. So
it's gonna be the GG list. Those 7-3 Ultras are gonna come out soon.
Yeah, it still has a little bit of time. So if he can get up with this army and do some more damage, he might be able to make something happen. But he definitely needs to get in quickly before these Ultras come out. And
yeah, he really what I think Dutry needs to do right now, right, is get in there, stifle up get in between all these bases. Don't let Lemons come out and get his big Zerg ball, which he like a Zerg always wants, right? To take the engagements that Zerg wants. You want to make sure all the engagements are on your turns, right? Into your siege tanks, into your Marines, into your Medevacs.
And he's gonna have to be very careful with this creep.
Yeah, this
like
is dangerous. Unsiege siege tanks and just Marines, all bunched up, no Medevacs. Oh, and everything dies. Ooh, that was a dangerous move out there. And there's the GG. Dutry realizes the Ultralists are out. Game may be over.
Yep.
So yeah, well played there by Lemons. Dutry kept up there for a long time. I thought he was dead multiple times in this game for sure.
Yeah, but definitely great. In that initial drop and then defend against the medevac drops from Lemons was really, really good.
Yeah.
It gave him such a great economic position.
I've actually started to see a lot of people do that, right? They know that 2 medevac stim push is coming, and they know that as soon as that comes out at that time, there's gonna be nothing at home to defend. So I think what True was doing at WCS Montreal or the DreamHack Montreal, he was actually doing Bailing Bus at that timing because he knew there was nothing at home. So he would do the Bailing Bus, do a whole ton of damage, and then also somehow defend at home with like the rally from his queens and his lings. So it's the same concept. It wasn't a Bailing Bus; it was a ling drop, but it's the same concept of attacking when those Marines moved out and there was nothing at home.
Yep.
Let me update this score. So that's a win for Lemons, I believe.
Yep.
Scoreboard 2-1, still in favor of All Inspiration. Next up, we got Mr. Ultralisk, the imbalanced unit himself, versus however you want to pronounce his name, Almador, Alma Mater. It looks like a Harry. It looks like a Harry Potter spell, so I don't know.
Aloha Mora.
Aloha Mora.
You can open up doors.
Asio something. I don't know. All right, where is this? I just got this replay. So it's gonna be a TVZ once again, but this time on New Gettysburg. New
Gettysburg.
New Gettysburg. I love this map. This is the only map I feel really confident going Broodlords on, because there's just one attack path. I mean, there's two, but the second one is, not really an attack path after the mid game.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess let me check. I haven't seen the chat. What's going on, chat? Overstim, GGS, Ultras. A lot of Ultras whining.
Yeah. Apparently we're biased.
We're biased. Bias. 2 all-in players being biased for all-in. What the fuck? Crazy.
How could I be biased? I play 2 races.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Are we biased? Are we biased for a team, or are we biased for a race? Because we haven't seen that many PVXs. Because that's when you're really gonna see it.
Well, yeah, those are the things we hate.
All of our casting duos have been Terran Zerg. Like, it was me, you. It was last time was me, Nano. The time before that was Siegfried, Tech 4. It's all TZ. It's all TZ shitting on Protoss. We need some Protoss casters. Manny, where you at?
Yeah. Come on, cast next Protoss game in like 6 years, because apparently they don't exist.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, the other thing I want to note is that was a Diamond versus Platinum game. So Ultralisk, Dutry kept in it for, did us proud, I would like to say. All right, in the bottom right-hand corner, the man who predicted that I would lose this week, it is playing the purple Zerg, All-In's Ultralisk.
And over here on the left-hand side, we have the blue Terran Amador.
Aloha Mora.
Aloha Mora.
What is that? What did that spell do? I don't fucking remember. Is that
unlock
doors? Okay. Wait, which one's the light one? Lumos?
Lumos.
Okay. It's like kind of...
Or if you want more light, Lumos Maxima.
Maxima. Okay, sorry.
You just add Maxima and there's more light.
Yeah. So Ultralisk, a newly Chobo Team League admin. Yesterday I saw him try to predict a bunch of the games for this week. He predicted I would lose. He said we're even in ZVZ. So I would like to say that's a call out, and I would gladly play a ZVZ showman versus you Ultralisk again, because I think you have never beaten me in ZVZ. I could be wrong in that, but I don't think you beat me in ZVZ. I think
You're
maybe
really
beat you one time.
volunteering to play another ZVZ.
Hey, that is my life now. I've accepted it. I've 100% accepted that my life is ZVZ from here on out. So Ultralisk gonna come in here with that good old drone scout, make sure there's no 3X Reaper coming at him, or proxy bullshit.
Yep.
Comes in, sees the barracks, sees this SCV, gonna fight the SCV. I don't know if he's winning.
He's losing.
He's losing.
And
he loses. Actually, SCVs have 1 more health, right? Or 5 more health, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't regen at all.
But drones regen.
Yeah. So I actually on a straight up fight, did they win? I don't think drones regen that fast, right?
I thought that a drone wins with 1 health, but I'm not,
Alright,
to be
whatever.
honest, all that sure.
But again, standard as standard goes.
Things I haven't done in a long time.
You haven't had drone versus SCV fight club? Come on.
Not in a long time.
No worker fight clubs. So yep, standard stuff. Gonna be Reaper expand against Hash first, 18, 17 gas stuff. So we're gonna go to a nice good old macro game, just like last game.
Yep. This time we're gonna see Ultras get his third down though, unlike the last game when the Reaper was able to deny the third. That was a little bit later. Now that's a pretty tucked away kind of barracks.
In the back here, yeah, for sure.
So it looks like he's going to want to be aggressive with the Marines, you know, with a stim timing, but try to keep it relatively unscouted. It's pretty hard for an Overlord to get there without fully sacking it.
So interesting enough here is Ultras went for an earlier hatchery, third hatchery than normal. The Reaper actually didn't get there in time to deny it, and he even isn't getting. Okay, there it is. Much later.
Link speed.
Link speed. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but yeah. So this Reaper is gonna have a field day because this link speed isn't gonna be out in time to really like do anything. He's gonna be able to have like full reign over all these non-speed links and just kind of dip in and out.
Yep.
Ultra's even taking a second gas now and a Baneling nest without any saturation on his natural at all. He's only at 26 harvesters.
Yeah, his third is now kind of interesting. It almost feels like he made the third and is now like
third,
trying to defend it.
Yeah.
With the potential of this Baneling nest, because he's staying on gas. It took a second. So interested to see what where Ultras decides to go here as this Reaper comes and picks in. It's definitely gonna get this drone.
Yeah, so Reaper's got 2 kills here. I think one was a Ling, the other one is going to be that drone. So I think he's going to get another Ling here, possibly, maybe, no. On creep, it's going to be a little hard to get.
Yep.
So it's going to be Overlord speed, in fact. I don't think this is for drops. I don't see a Eagle Chamber. It's probably just going to be for scouting. I kind of like this play just because of how hard it is to see what a Terran's doing. Usually you assume it's the build that is happening right now, this Team Medevac Stim, just because that's what, you know, the flavor of the year is. But I do like the Overlord speed just to go in there and
there's
get
the
some
Evo
speed.
Chamber. So if this is,
Ooh, there's an Evo Chamber.
This could end up being kind of similar to the last game in terms of
going for a drop as the Stim
Medevac drop
yep.
versus potentially dropped Overlords, and he's going to send a few Lings out over here.
Yeah, going over to this Overlord here, so it's definitely going to be that.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a Baneling drop, though, as opposed to a Ling drop.
Interesting. So a Baneling drop I don't like as much just because of the fact that a Baneling drop can be defended just by looking at what's happening, right? A Ling drop, you actually have to send units out and try to defend it.
However, there's going to be nothing on. It's always he's going to see the drop Overlord, so he sees these Banelings.
He sees the Banelings and right going into drop Overlord, so that's an awkward. It's a bit awkward.
It looks like our Terran is going to choose to go across the map with his drop. Now here come these Banelings, and this could end up.
And there's a split. So he really can't get anything done here. There's nothing really together. He'll get these 5 maybe. Never mind. He'll get nothing.
Splitting. He's gonna get a couple of SCVs, but has big losses in.
Oh, these Banelings are here at home. Ultras just move the Banelings over, attack, loses the Queen, loses some Lings. Banelings going in one at a time, not really doing much. And he picks up, doesn't lose pretty much anything. I guess he loses some, but wait, did he lose? Wait, why are there so little? Oh, it's some Banelings hit. Never mind. I was like, why are there so little Marines in this drop? But I think he's gonna clean this up. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, where a full medevac full of Marines disappeared? Did they all die to that, like those 2 Banelings? I didn't think they hit. Whatever.
He got one really big Baneling shot.
There was one big Baneling hit me. I don't know. I can't watch games. Observing. Difficult. This game's hard. This game's hard enough to play. Yeah, observe. It's it's different. So this drop on the other side.
Banelings over here. He's gonna look for another Baneling drop.
Where's the Baneling drop? Oh, on the left-hand side there. Okay. I would have loved to see him do these 2 drops at the same time, but Ultras did not do that. Because what would have been great is if he like went in with this drop, right? Or at least stagger him a little bit so he would go into drop, have all these SCVs maybe move down to the natural, then drop again. A la Grip of old. Grip used to do it all the time.
He's gonna get a queen, he's gonna get a couple of drones. So far the harass has been really on point. Although big mainly hits in the natural.
Oh my god, I didn't see that. I was looking at the drop. Too many things are happening.
Harvard kid count is actually completely evened up, 32 to 31.
Yeah, it went from 6 workers killed, 20. Wait, was that only 6? Really, that was it? What?
Looked like it was more than it actually was, I guess.
Yeah, I looked over there, I saw everything. Or am I looking at the wrong side? Workers killed. Oh yeah, that's the other way around. Sorry. It's workers killed, not workers getting killed. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind. Sorry, guys.
So this is a fair number of lanes that are going to try and come up here, and this is definitely going to be able to get a lift off on this third.
And all these fresh mules are going to be taken out. That's a big pickup. That's just juicy, really. That's what Zerg's dream of.
And
he might just take it out.
Getting pretty low. He's going to need to get an SCV or a mule over there quick. He drops a mule, so he's going to be able to save it.
Yep.
But this is not enough Marines to actually, I think, test this, so.
Yeah, he's got +1 melee as well. So these Lings will take everything out. Oh, look at that target fire, the Banelings though.
Yeah, nice target
is that
fire
beyond?
Banelings, but still just not enough Marines.
You know, I would have done. I would have went over and killed that mule and stopped the repair. That would have been sick.
And it looks like we're going to try and see a Baneling bus come up here. An emergency wall off with these 2 bunkers being placed. Definitely a good idea to try and keep these Lings out, but that's enough Banelings. These are going to break right through this wall.
Yeah, and if you look at the armies, it's really there's more medevacs out than there are Marines. It's gonna be really hard to hold this. There's like no army left out here.
Here come the Banelings. They break right through.
He's gonna take out this. Yep, he's gonna take out the bunker as well. Takes out even some more SCVs, and this Ling flood is just gonna come in and do a ton of damage.
Quite devastating. There is a tank on the high ground with a wall off, so he's gonna be able to shell quite a bit of damage off on these Lings. But if this wall does fall, these Lings could get into the main and do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, but with these Marines here, he should be fine. He's gonna take out everything trying to kill his wall.
Yeah.
He's gonna wipe out the natural of all SCVs though, which is a big pickup in itself.
Economic damage. And Ultras has really started to do a ton of economic damage throughout the course of this game. More Lings coming across the map. As the longer this goes, though, I do think that it can get a little bit dangerous. You don't want to flood for too long. Eventually, you can build up a pretty good critical mass of Marines.
Because you're gonna trade poorly against this usually, right? So like even that was not a great trade, but I think Ultras knows he's done the damage. He can't. There's enough Marines and siege tanks out there. He can't just keep flooding in. He's gonna go back and start making his transition to whatever he's gonna go for his late game tech.
He killed the natural third. It was the natural command center, but it effectively killed the third because he moved his third over back to his natural.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to try to see a bit of a counter swing to try and even these things up. And the supplies are relatively even. The army supply is actually not that bad overall.
Yeah. One big thing though is that Ultras completely took out that wall, which was like 5 supply depots. So I can't remember his name. What's the rest of his name? Oh fuck me.
Whoops. Apologies.
Did I go to the front? Did I go to the actual beginning of this game?
No, you just went to like 30 seconds earlier.
I tried to hit control. Why is hitting control N so difficult?
Just DC.
Did I DC?
I think you DC'd. Oh, nope. Are you back?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Yep, I think you DC, because you're I have the waiting for players.
Wait for it to go. Wait for it to give it a second. Oh, we're back.
There. Okay, we're back. Pay no attention to
what Almador, that was his name. Jesus. All I was doing was hitting Control N. I hit Control B, and it just freaked everything out. I was saying he was supply blocked for a really long time there, and he didn't make any SCVs. So like this was a pretty much go do it or die situation. Takes out the siege tank. It's just SCVs and Marines left, and it looks like the Banelings are gonna do pretty good against that composition. Pretty decent split though on that choke point.
That army is pretty swiftly taken out.
Yep. Can't decide what to do.
Nice target fire against the Banelings though.
Yep. So Almador not dead yet. Doesn't want to give up. He's coming back home. He just double stemmed Marines out of his base.
He's got 15 medevacs though.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
As much as he wants, and it does not matter.
Enable that
he's
drug.
Try and kite these Zergling Banelings.
Pretty good kiting, actually.
They're taking pretty good trades against them. Although with this next set of Zergling, it's going to continue to get harder and harder. It definitely looks like Ultralisk is pretty determined to try and end this thing. He's making nothing but units, adding on mutas now.
So he's gonna come in. Is Almador gonna try to go for a drop? Or are those gonna drop on top of the Banelings? Because that would have been a sick move. Because I've seen people do that, and it's just it's infuriating when you're not looking. So he's gonna go for a drop of these 4 Marines to see if he can do some damage over at the 3rd base. The mutas are out now at the 12-minute mark. One muta's out.
It's only 4 Marines in this, so it's not like this is a full medevac he can do.
But he will lose his Mutalisk. I like that circular drop though. They really get that Mutas around.
So take out the Marines are going to do what they can.
Gonna take out these Mutas.
They're going to take out the Queen. They're going to take out all of the Mutas. So these Marines have gotten some very good trades.
Yep.
I'm just afraid that it might end up being a little too much as these Lings though engage before the Banelings are ready.
But with their upgrades, it actually works out.
Yeah.
Because they're +2, +1 against nothing.
Yeah.
What's crazy is Ultra still doesn't have Baneling speed this entire time.
Have we seen Baneling speed yet today? I feel like there's a lot
I don't think so. There was no. What's this? Didn't? Oh wait, did Lemon never get it?
There was no Baneling. Yeah, because remember he killed the Baneling speed.
Yeah, I know, but I thought he got it at the end, like all the way at the end. But I thought he got it.
Maybe all the way at the end, but there was a long time that there were slow Banelings at least.
So Ultra's gonna go with this. He catches army moving across the map. I think he's going to. He sees it. As long as he A moves.
And these
pretty good split.
And even with the splits, there's just too many.
Yeah, there's just too much stuff. Even with Lings alone against that much, it was not gonna be enough. And there's the GG from Almador. 10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like every time the action really heats up, your voice basically cuts out.
That's unfortunate. I blame Skype for that one, really. I don't know. Could be.
I'm sure it's Skype because no other program would be this dumb.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna give Mr. Ultralisk a win here. It could also be the fact that it's just I'm streaming, so there's a lot of things happening at once. StarCraft's not the best optimized game, you know. All right, so next up we have the good old molded pixels. Really a staple of our CTL roster. Has not moved. I think he's played every single week this season. I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be molded pixels versus Edward. Where is this replay? Oh wait, never mind. Molded Pixels got the walkover. I do remember this. He was telling me about this. So Molded Pixels gets the win, which means we're up 4-1. I believe. If I don't have a replay for it, so I'm assuming he got the win, and I'm assuming that he got the walkover.
Whoa.
Yes. You weren't moving for a really long time. I thought I disconnected. Why?
Nope. Still here.
Still there?
Yep.
Alright, so 4-1, what's the next match? We got, again, another staple. The king himself, Mr. Nanawa, going up against Paddix. Paddix? Well, Paddix, sure. And a TVP on Frost. How do you feel about TVP on Frost? How do you feel about Frost as a Terran player in general?
Frost is an interesting map. I mean, I've liked Frost quite a bit, to be honest. Because I just think that it's a reasonable, I like maps that you can kind of just get 3 bases and be kind of happy.
Get that macro game going.
Yeah. That being said, in TVP, it's interesting because I found it's pretty difficult to kill Protosses early on this map, and as a result, that kind of becomes problematic.
You mean trying to pressure that 3rd base? You're saying?
Yeah. Like it's weird. It's like the reasons I like it are kind of the reasons I feel like it's annoying.
I just realized this entire time, your face has been like to the side a little bit on the camera, so I see like half your face.
Oh, it's I'm just where I'm sitting.
Oh,
It's
well,
also
maybe
because
not.
I
You're okay. You're
use
fine.
the
Whatever.
two. It's also because I use the two screens, and my camera is on my second screen, not my
Oh,
StarCraft screen.
whatever. My next level thing is get like a desk lamp here to actually, so like all the lights in my room are like behind me and to the right, so I need one that's in front of me somehow. I just haven't upped my production level that high yet. I'll get one at some point.
One day.
One day. Get that caster money. Get that Blizzard Esports money.
Yep.
All right, going into Frost LE again. Another diamond versus plat. So I'm gonna assume what happened was they got promoted after like 40 games in this season. I think that's the rule. I'm not actually sure, but yeah. All right, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have playing as the Green Terran. Actually, I've not seen Green Terran that much. It is Allen's Nanoa.
Up here in the top right, we have the yellow Protoss representing D-Life Paddocks. Or how are we saying this?
Paddocks? I don't know.
Paddocks?
Also,
it's
are you
Paddocks.
colorblind? 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's orange.
Yeah, it's orange. Sorry.
I was like, wait a second. Am I
I'll be
looking at
honest,
something wrong?
I was looking at the base and not at their like the color on the map.
Yeah, oh my god, that messes with me so much, right? When you select it and it's like a yellow circle.
Yeah.
That messes with me a lot. I always say it's yellow.
Yeah.
The probes did look pretty yellow. It's true. It's true.
So.
So what's the
Orange.
standard openings here? Is it Reaper as well? Is it always Reaper? Is there any match
Yeah.
where you don't go Reaper?
Not really. I mean,
Reaper's-
scouting is good.
Yeah. Yeah, Reaper's probably the best thing to scout with, right?
Yeah.
I guess Reaper really is the only. I guess TVP is the only matchup where I think the Reaper loses its value the fastest, right? Because the militia core kind of just comes out and decides no,
Yeah.
no more.
But I also, yeah, I think it loses its fastest. But you could also make the argument it might be the most important for getting the early information.
Yeah, I can see that too. That's true. But
Like I feel like in TVZ, the scouting is the least important, but it's the damage potential is the highest. While in TVP, the damage potential is basically nil, but your scouting is really important.
yeah, I can definitely see that. So they both have scouted each other. Nano, I think, saw everything. Oh god, what am I hitting? Oops. Nano saw. Oh, he did see the second. He didn't actually look at the second gas, but he's not gonna see that. Sees the Nexus Gateway expand, and I think Paddock saw pretty much everything he needed to as well. Yeah, saw the gas timing, saw the barracks time, so they both understand nothing crazy is happening just about yet.
These are also very deep pylons, so most tech and everything is going to be pretty far back inside Paddock's base.
Let's see. So, barracks right into a factory. No add-on. Is that standard? I don't actually know.
I like it a lot because I really like early cyclones.
Yes. Okay, that's true. So he's
There's an
got.
adept down here, so the adept is going to more or less push this Reaper back. But he gets the scout off that he's looking for, and runs away.
Yeah. So he gets in there. Doesn't see any tech, right? Yeah. So he's basically saw what we saw before.
Yep.
But it's good. I like Nano going in there, seeing everything he needs to see over and over again. Just being really on top of scouting. One of those things that I myself also really need to get better at because you got to scout what your opponent's doing in order to react correctly.
This is actually going to be a Widow Mine drop. Widow Mine's coming out from Nanoa. Which is also, I mean, it's something that I feel like has fallen out of favor just a little bit recently, but it's still very potentially powerful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
build. If your opponent doesn't have an observer, you can kill a lot of probes and just sort of force your opponent to be very defending a lot of places at once.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of the few things you can sort of make that can make Protoss do that.
Again, I still think like there was that. All right, so there was a video. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it was a video about one of those. The guy was making a series on StarCraft 2 for Age of Empires players, right?
Yeah, I've seen them.
And he was talking about how StarCraft has like 3 resources or 4 resources, basically, minerals, gas, and like actions and something else. Yeah, but like anytime, I think at like the non-masters, non-GM level, right? One of the most important resources that people don't actually think about is the actions. It's the one that's like probably the smallest, right? Because it's your attention, and anything at this level that could draw your attention away for a split second could cost a lot. And I really like any kind of like harassment plays, which is why I think a lot of people could get very, very far on a ladder with just harassment plays.
So the adept goes in here and he actually sees the Widow Mines.
And
Paddix is making a couple of extra observers, it looks like. So he's going to be pretty well covered against them, against the Widow Mines. And Blink coming out for Paddix. So this is going to be Stalker heavy Blink.
So a lot of barracks coming out from Nano. I don't know if this was planned or he just decided I have a lot of money now. But
yeah.
It's gonna be a big bio.
There definitely comes a point where you need to get your macro going, and just throwing out a bunch of barracks is a good way to get that going. Looks like a medevac's gonna be coming out with these Widow Mines. Unfortunately, since they were spotted, and with a couple observers on them, 3 observers already on the map, I don't see how these Widow Mines are gonna really be able to get anything done.
He's even gonna go right past the observer, and then go right into 3 stalkers, and possibly a photon overcharge. So, but Nano's gonna go for it anyway. He boosts through.
And Widow Mine.
One minute Widow Mine gets through, only gets 1 kill. Pretty good reaction by Paddix, splitting up all his probes.
Yep.
And this medevac's a little bit trapped now. Slightly. He's gonna boost out though. He
did get a bit of a probe pull here, so he did deny a little bit of money for some time, but I don't think that's enough for a medevac 2 Widow Mines.
Yeah. When you go in there with if you commit to that medevac drop, right, you're committing a lot to this, and you want to get some damage up. You're delaying any kind of other tech for this Widow Mine drop.
Yeah. One thing definitely note though, Nanoa's stim and bio upgrades are a lot later than I typically like. It really means that he can't really do all that much until stim is done. It's really hard to push out against a Protoss without stim.
Yeah, for sure. The third base is now just starting going out for Nano, so while on the other side Paddix's Nexus is almost done, so he's gonna have the economic advantage for a little bit here for sure.
Double Forge for Paddix as well as a Robo Bay. So he's really ramping into his final attack. It looks like there will be an upgrade lead though. Nanoa has already has 1-0 getting his second upgrade. So there will be a little while that he's gonna have a nice upgrade lead.
Yeah, but with his upgrade league, Paddix is going for double forward, so he will slowly catch up because of his double upgrade compared to Nano's single engineering deck.
He'll definitely catch up. And like I said before, the problem, even though he has the upgrade lead, which is great, but without stim, there's not much he can do with it. So it's the actual timing is kind of ends up being sort of irrelevant because there's not much that he can do. He's going to be able to do still another 40 seconds before stim is done.
Yeah. So let's see, Resonating Blade is coming out for Paddix. Is gonna get that. Probably start making a bit more adepts. Just get that number that can really shred through bio, while the Immortals and Stalkers shred through everything else.
He has this Robo Bay, so I'm curious to see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he gonna make any disruptors or not?
Disruptors, or there's always the Colossus.
I mean, a lot of people are saying Colossus aren't great, but I see Colossus being used to a great extent in a lot of games. It's not that bad.
For me, the thing about where the Colossus is right now is I don't think the Colossus is very good, but I think that at least as a Terran, you don't make Vikings like you used to.
Yeah.
So you're not as automatically going to have 5-6 Vikings already made, and if you have no Vikings, they certainly are pretty good at killing bio units. If they're uncontested. Yep. If you get out the Vikings though, then you can really do it. This is a pretty good army though, over here from Nanoa. And if he can get into this third, and he could actually kill his third very, very quickly as he stims in.
You gotta be careful though with these force fields, because it's really, I don't know how many medevacs are, but there's not really that many. He's gonna get force field out. He gets out.
He's able to kill that third, and
we've been pick out. picked up an Immortal as well.
I do think he has to be very careful though. This army is starting to get
Ooh,
very
that's a lot of stim.
intense, and
That was a lot of stim.
Yeah, unfortunately that stim I think just weakened up this army a little bit too much going into this fight. But he did get a nice little bit of economic damage, killing some
but losing
third.
these medevacs is big though. Yeah, like he takes out that third, right? He takes out third, takes out Immortal, takes out like a sentry or so, but he stims again, which I think was the point where he overextended. Because really, with that extra stim, I don't know.
It looked to me like after that, like that first set of force fields that he got away from, I thought that it was a pretty good moment where he could have just backed off and taken his damage. But I think that there is some sort of thought of like, okay, wait, if I have an advantage, I might as well just press it and go for it.
Yeah.
There is a Dark Shrine on the map, so at this point we're gonna have to see. I know I was gonna have to be very careful with defending. I don't think he has any turrets set up already, or bunkers or anything to be defensive. And you can lose a lot of SVs really quickly if 2 or 3 DTs come in here. And here comes War Prison with a couple of DTs, and these are basically completely uncontested here in this natural.
He has a couple scans, but there's not really much army here to kill it. Oh, there's the army. Never mind. But as he draws the army back with these DTs,
he's gonna lose his third.
Pax comes down to the third and just wreaks havoc. This army from Pax isn't really that big though, so if he fights into Nano's army, he's gonna be in a pretty good spot.
Set of force fields though, doing a little bit to cut off the army, and the problem is, as much as he might be able to defend this, these DTs now are just sort of they kill a lot of stuff, and he's killed a ton of SCVs. He's down to 12 workers, which is really just gonna spell disaster.
52 workers killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what Nano needed there was he had enough army to defend his third and each spot. If he just split up his army a little better and dropped the scans, he would have been in a great spot. But it's a tough hold. You know,
you don't realize your opponent has the Dark Shrine.
Yeah.
They can catch you off guard so well.
For not scouting Dark Shrine. You always underestimate how hard it is to just split your army.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I should put some stuff there, some stuff there, and it's just like, I just F2, go. This Dark Shrine's still here taking out this command center.
Yeah, he's gonna clean up that DT, but there's still a DT in his main, and we're just seeing as the supplies really tell the story of just how much Pax was able to sort of rocket ahead off of that, taking his 4th base and just really everything going for him at this point. It looks like Nanawa's going to try sort of one last push out, and he does have a decent sized army, but unfortunately at this point the
Liberators go out a little too far in front of the army. Oh my god, even these medevacs going out in front of the army.
All of the medevacs.
All of his air army just got completely destroyed. So now it's just this unsupported stim bio army and just getting concaved out by these stalkers and immortals, and it looks like everything is just gonna die.
Yeah.
And there it is. Everything's dead. Army's gone. And with that, I think Nano's chances in this game are also gone. There's the GG.
Yep.
Ouch. That hurt. That hurt to watch.
Yeah, that was powerful.
Alright, so it's 4-2 for All Inspiration. So it is a best of 7, although there are 8. Actually, we could technically say it's a best of 8, really. But if it's 4-4, the ace match counts, as the Masters match counts as a tiebreaker as well. So 4-2. If Pistosa wins this match, boom, we're in. We got it. 5-2. It's a win for All In. Just update the scoreboard a little bit here. Yeah, so I think Nano really was in a pretty good spot there. It's just those DTs did a ton of work, and that one overextension at his third base.
Yeah.
Oh, I just updated the wrong score, didn't I? Nobody saw that. I was talking about the 5-1, and it just wasn't 5-1. Okay. I was just really excited about the next game, so I already updated the score.
Yep. All
right, so let's get into it. Now we gotta close off with your favorite matchup. 2 ZVZs. A ZVZ best of 1 and a ZVZ best of 3. Let's see. We're going to go into P. Sosa. Really the king. Long-standing member of All In. Won a CSL. I think he's won some other stuff too, but I don't know exactly what. So it's P. Sosa versus Rifi.
True
Rifi?
legend.
A true legend of the All Inspiration team. He doesn't say much, mostly because his English isn't great. But what he does say stuff, it usually includes the word "son" in it.
Oh, it's always good. Can't go wrong there.
All right, in the top left-hand corner, trying to close it out for Team All In. It is All In's P. Sosa.
Down here in the bottom right, looking to stay alive, we have the Zerg Rifi.
Rifi using the emote. Good luck, have fun. I think that emote's too small. I sometimes like, what is that? Oh yeah, that thing.
It's a little, I don't know. The emotes are interesting.
Yeah. So what I like about this map in ZVZ is if you have the balls, if you have the cojones, you take that gold base first, and if you can hold it, you are in such a good spot going to the mid game because you can just flood Lings forever.
Yeah, I've tried it a couple of games in the Zerg games I've been playing recently. Like fast expand to the gold and then just flood Lings, and yeah, you get a lot of Lings.
Yep. So they're both these guys, obviously not as good as us at Zerg.
Wow. I mean, is anyone truly as good as me at Zerg? You know,
yeah, really, it's
my like 20 games played this season.
Yeah. Both going for their safe naturals here. Hatchery first, but so it's gonna be a hatch first into a gas into a pool for P. Sosa. Rifi side, it went for a pool before gas. So the only difference here is that Rifi is gonna have his speed slightly later than P. Sosa, but in the end, it's really not gonna be too big of a difference.
Yep, this is your sort of relatively even openings that take the game sort of away from the first early stages. We're gonna have to see whether or not they want to do anything cheeky with Lings, or if they're more content to take it to the mid game.
I think P. Sosa is really confident in his macro play, so I don't expect P. Sosa to do anything really like insane. But this is a long map. It's very hard to scout all Lings coming, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them decides let's make a whole bunch of Lings, hide them, and then move them across the map. You gotta cover so many different spots on this map, right? You gotta cover this whole left side, this whole right side. Then you have this ramp on the right by the rocks, and this ramp on the left by the gold base. It's just like, how can I be in 8 places at once?
Yeah,
how do I watch 8 ramps at once?
There's really no good way to, I think, cover everything.
Yeah. Which is why I see a lot of people go a lot of speed on this map. 1 for safety and 2 for scouting, right? And just be very active on the map and just really always try to keep a gauge of what your opponent's doing. So here's the speed for P. Sosa, and actually going straight into a Roach Warren. So this is kind of an interesting play. I see a lot of people go for Lings and like +1 Lings even into Muse on this map just because of how big it is. But I also see Roaches being very effective on this map because of these ramps and because of all these choke points.
Yeah.
And like these small counterattacks with like a couple of Roaches are actually pretty good as well. You come around the like, say you're attacking from P. Sosa to Rifi side, right? You bring a small amount of Roaches around the entire left-hand side. Like we're saying, it's hard to scout everywhere.
Yep.
You go around the left side with a couple of Roaches while attacking the third base of your main forest, and it's a good map for counterattacks, to say the least.
Now Rifi gets a full scout off, so he sees this Roach Warren, so he knows exactly what P. Sosa is doing here.
He gets his own Roach Warren as a response.
Yeah. So
Rifi looks like he's playing a little bit safer. He actually goes for a 4 queen opening. More of a gasless, not gasless, but like less gas. Opening, going for more queens, more creep spread, more Lings.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Rifi does have 2 gases though, so he's actually banking up quite a big gas here.
Yeah. I think he's gonna try to pop out a whole bunch of Roaches in a second. But there's gonna be a pretty good, decent sized Roach force coming across. There's 8 Roaches for P. Sosa and a whole bunch of Lings to reinforce it. So this is one of those 2 base timings that P. Sosa loves to do. I've seen him do many times. It's a great effect. So let's see what
There's
if
a lair
Reefy can hold this. Ooh,
Obviously
Reefy
that
gonna
layer's
lair.
not going to do anything to help him hold this all in.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know if he's
not
actually
all in,
seen
but
this.
pressure.
Yeah, he saw this coming out with his first overload over at Pisos' Natural. And I'm surprised he's making a lair and not making like a whole bunch of lings and roaches. Alright, there's 5 roaches coming out now, but I think this is too late. The roaches are already at his base.
With these queens, but one queen's starting to get pretty low.
He's making a bunch of ravagers at his home, which I don't know.
One of these ravagers gets immediately surrounded on another one.
Yeah, these 3 ravagers go down immediately. With like
this is a lot of links.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff coming out. I think Reefy reacted a little bit too late to this, and then making those 3 ravagers right in the face of Pisosa was very, very bold.
Yeah, I think Reefy might have a real tough time actually being able to stop this.
Natural goes down almost a million. There's the
GG.
5-minute, 12-second game. That's ZVZ for you sometimes. Like I said,
pretty long
macro
ZVZ.
game. Yeah, right, macro game. told you it was gonna be a macro game. Pisosa loves his macro games. Yep. Although Pisosa also really, really likes his 2-base timings.
Yep.
So there it is. 5 to 2. Pisosa takes it for Team All In. So this last match really doesn't even matter, right? This player really shouldn't have even played this match. I feel like every time I cast and I'm like in it, it didn't matter. But yeah, let's give Pisos that W. All right, so we're gonna cast this little best of 3 to end this off. This doesn't really matter since All's Ratio is already won, but we'll do the awkward thing and cast myself, right?
Well, we if you want, what we could do is instead of cast it, we could do like an analysis.
Sure, we'll do an analysis. You want an analysis of analyze the ZVZ on Dasan Station?
Oh, that sounds like a great time.
Yeah, they made the ace match start in Dasan Station, so I'm like, what do I do? Literally for like an hour before the match, I was like, can someone just play ZVZs with me on Dasan Station? Because I don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, this is what happened. We'll go into it. I would say I could preface this with something, but I really don't have anything to say. All I know is that
this is ZVZ on Dasan Station, so
yeah. All I knew was that I'm not hatch firsting because I'm probably gonna die, and then I'll wing it, make a couple roaches, and then walk across the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh god, what's going on?
This map very, very quickly.
Why is? Do you see that, or is it just me?
No, I saw that.
Okay, weird. All right.
Someone I just pinged.
I don't know if I did that or you did that, but sure. We'll announce. We'll at least introduce the players, right? It's in the bottom right-hand corner, as a replacement for his other team member, which I was going to play as ZVT on this map. It is Daily Life's Chimera.
Over here on the left-hand side, we have some scrub named Boo.
Yeah, that's fucking scrub.
I don't know. Such a weird name.
So I decided, going into this game, I'm not gonna hatch first. I'm gonna just go for a spawning pool at 17, do a hatchery 17, and just play it defensive. Chimera to the side, I think looks like a 17, or what was that? Was that 16, 15? I don't know. It was a gas pool.
They really need to make a build order thing on the UI.
Yeah, just on the UI. That would be nice. Alt tab, whatever. Let's see. So I have a hatchery up. He doesn't. I don't scout shit. I come in here. What do I see? Fucking nothing. I think I actually back out because I don't see anything. Oh, I see the gas. Do I see the pool? Oh, I do see the pool. Alright, so I know it's a one base type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so my extractor's really late. So I know I don't have speed here. I don't think I get speed for a long time because I play super defensively. I think? I don't know. So basically I just sit on top of my ramp with a bunch of lings and just hope the guy don't die. Yeah, I come down here to see his hatchery. Yep, pretty standard start. Which is weird. Which is weird because it's standard. It's Dasan standard.
Thing is standard.
I would say this is standard for Dasan. Both players playing really, really passively and safely. Actually, no. Standard is both people play aggressively, but both of us are playing so afraid of this map that we both kind of just chilled. I thought he was going to do something crazy here.
I like the very large Ursidon over here.
Yes. Have
The
you
bottom.
killed the Ursidon? I just recently got that achievement because I've never played this map.
Wow.
I think I got it in the practice game before this, like the game right before.
That's funny. How do you kill this noble creature?
You hit A and click on it, and then
I
watch
I
it fucking
understand
explode.
how. I mean,
Yes.
it's a
So I have a
moral
whole bunch of
judgment,
links.
Not a question of how you 8-click in this game.
Yes. How could I do it? I don't know. So I have a whole bunch of lings, and to scare him off, just look at him funny. It's like, hey, I'm out of here.
Super tentative ZVZs. I'm like, oh, there's links.
We haven't killed anything yet, but I'm making lings and I'm making banelings. Literally nothing has died in this game. I don't think any of us have even attacked each other, but there are more lings coming out for him. So I think he wants to actually do some like weird speeding thing, and I still don't have speed. Or do I? Oh no, I'm getting speed now. Yeah.
And
So-
how much do these Zerg experiments upset you?
Oh, very much so. He does lose an overload. Does that supply block him? No, it doesn't. I'm actually supply blocked. Of course, I'm supply blocked. Oh, so this thing, he comes around the backside, right? And he goes around the backside, and I don't see it at all. But for some reason, in this game, I didn't have music playing. I don't know why. I just didn't. Because I played this at 8 o'clock in the morning because he had to do something that the night before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have music on, which I usually do, and I actually heard him killing these rocks.
Wow.
I never like it seems like louder than normal. Like if you go to my vision, right, and go near these rocks, does this seem louder to you or is it just me?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah. So I heard it and I'm like, oh crap, he's killing my rocks. I just put 2 banelings down there and then like chilled. Then I went to my ramp to defend against the rest of it.
Yeah.
So guys, playing without music is actually really important.
I used to need music to play, and now I can't play with music.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to play with Iron Maiden just because it made me play faster. Oh yeah, my sick Baneling dodge, which is not a Baneling dodge. It was early. Just don't. My micro is not on top of it. Not on point here. I literally just was going through the motions. Yep, there it is. There it is. See, I did some micro there. So the roaches come out. Try to defend this Baneling. So there's only 4 lings to get in, and I do kill them with these roaches because I got roaches out, thinking I need roaches because it's like the entire map is entirely choke points.
Breakthrough and ooh, bending hit.
Bigger Baneling hit,
Ooh, all the lings are
and killed the Ursidon too. Double kill. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot here, right? 68 spy to 35.
This attack completely.
Yep. And I have Roach Tech and he doesn't. Oh, he does actually. Oh, I didn't realize he does. Oh, he made like a shit ton of spine crawlers. Oh, so I do something really stupid here. I walk up into his main. You'll see.
Oh.
I think I do at least. I try to take the gold because why not take the gold?
Well, of course, why not?
But I mean, he made a whole bunch of spine crawlers saying, "Oh crap, I have to live," which is a valid choice. But for some reason, I decided to go to the left instead of the right. You see how easy it is to go to the right and go around it? I went to the left and just got hit by every fucking spine crawler.
I don't. Yeah. What?
This was the best move I've ever made in StarCraft, and then all of my shit dies.
God, you were like, you were so far ahead, and like.
I'm still far ahead, but I mean.
You still are, but like, this should never have been close.
Oh wait, I know what happened. I forgot. I think I sent lings around the back. Yeah, no, I did. I did completely miss that. I sent lings around the back and attacked as natural, so I killed 3 workers.
I mean, you're up 50, 30 workers. You're totally fine, but like, that was not how to engage.
No, not at all. And I don't have many lings right now, so these roaches are like gonna try to defend this hatchery somehow. I don't know. I think I lose this hatchery too. I don't remember. Meanwhile, he's taking his gold swell.
I really enjoyed the path
Yeah,
that the
I also
drones
realized those
take
drones went the complete wrong way.
Long distance mine. Although
Fucking
this
sick.
is like more lings and roaches than I think you can handle.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. So I'm like, oh crap, make more shit. So I come in here with these banelings for some fucking reason and decide, let's attack him with banelings.
Kill one roach.
Kill one roach, and I have a whole bunch of roaches killing me. So like, oh shit, run away. And then I make more roaches. I think I somehow defend this natural. I don't actually remember how. Because I shouldn't. Okay, there. I had enough roaches coming out. I think he's got +1 too. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't get the upgrade.
I'll just assume you're saying things about the game.
Yeah, is it cutting out again? Fuck. Alright.
And yeah, so well, you're kind of slowly defending. Although his gold is up now.
I'm gonna lose the hatchery though, because I made all roaches and I threw away a whole bunch of stuff, so his counter swing was able to kill me.
Yeah.
But I have more roaches now, and he only has 2 ravagers, and 2 ravagers without like enough support died pretty quickly. That roach decides to keep walking away for some fucking reason.
If it wasn't for the fact that like you killed 20 drones, I think you could have been in some trouble here.
Yeah, I see that.
But the fact that he has no drones is.
But yeah, he's literally on nothing. I think that was basically an all-in.
Yeah. It's not like you can just drop mules and.
Oh, so here's the thing I forgot about on this map. See this one Ravager? Look at the path I queued up for him. He goes up to the top here, goes around the back, and he harasses his gold base in the back. You know how fucking infuriating that is as the person with the gold base if you don't take these rocks down? And I knew, because I researched this map right before this game. I played against Logan, and I sent the Ravager to the back of his rocks, and it pissed the shit out of him. So I knew how to get under his skin here. So I don't know how good this Ravager does, but I know it annoys the shit out of him. I don't think it gets that many kills, but it annoys him.
I mean, there's basically no real like viable way for him to actually fully shut this thing down.
I remember watching.
At some point he has to pull his drones.
Yeah.
And then wait for it to back away.
I forgot who it was. I think it was. It might have been Scarlet vs. Nurchio where they did this, and I'm like, that looks infuriating. So he goes to try to kill his rocks, but as he's killing his rocks, I walk over and kill more stuff. Because why not? I deny mining. I get under his skin a little bit. He actually walks away for some reason.
Like this is the equivalent of like dropping tanks on that spot. On,
you know what this is? Wait, which?
Sejong.
Oh yeah, that's equivalent. It's that, and also this is the equivalent of a Liberator you can't hit. So this Roach has 4 kills right now, and I think it's all drones. There's Ravager, and this Ravager finally meets his doom, but he did what he needed to do. Not only the four drones he killed, but the mental aspect. Because if that happens to you, you're broken for the rest of the series. So I have this big army, and I'm assuming I'm way ahead. So I think I just go over and kill him now. I think.
I mean, you're only up 80 supply, so it's definitely going to be tough.
I only have an 88 army supply to 35 one, right?
Yeah. Although, if you just, right click around spine crawlers enough.
Yeah, just move command around the spine crawlers. I think, oh no, I waited for +1, that's what I did. Plus for 1/1. At least I hope I did.
That 10-minute +1 roach timing.
Yep. 10-minute 1/1 roach timing. It's just the sound station.
Makes sense.
Did I kill this? I don't know. It's I think I attacked before the timing actually. Please finish. Please finish. Don't make me look like an idiot. Past me. Please. Oh god damn it, past me.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I am so good at this game. It's okay. It finishes during the attack.
It's okay, you're up 80 supply.
Yes, but god damn it. You ever have like those issues where like I really hope drunk me didn't make sober me really upset?
I cannot.
This is what just happened. Do you hear me right now? Do you hear me? No. Testing.
I got the. Do you ever have the? And that was.
Basically, do you ever have the thing where like I really hope drunk me doesn't make sober me really upset tomorrow morning? This is what I feel like right now.
That was that moment.
That was the moment. I was like, shit, please don't be an idiot.
I like that it's drunk you yelling at sober you. Why are you being stupid? Like.
That is actually true. Drunk, yeah, sure.
It's not like I'm being sober and like looking at my drunk text being like, oh no, what did I do?
Oh shit, why did I text her?
It's drunk me going, sober Chris, what are you doing?
What kind of stupid play was that? God damn it! Why did you attack right before the +1 finished? You idiot. But this is different, right? This is like sort of drunk me, looking at sober me, looking at really really fucking tired me. So it's a whole bunch of different me's.
So
I'm assuming I cut out again.
It looks like the Orioles game might be going overtime.
Oh shit. I don't really care. I don't know. I kind of don't like Toronto. Just because the last 2 games I went to, the fucking Canadians were there, and I don't like Canadians fans.
And also, my prediction so far completely true.
Hmm.
That I
What
said
prediction?
because the Orioles and Blue Jays have these like ridiculously amazing offenses. It's going to be totally amazing.
Yep.
Um, that in the end it was going to be like a 2-2 game.
Well, they both had
You
the
know,
aces pitching, right? I'm assuming. Do
yep.
they have aces? I don't know if they have aces. Who's their
Tillman
ace?
and It's Tillman and Marcus Stroman.
Okay. All right. Going to game 2. King Sejong Station. I don't know. The ZVZ this map, it's all right. I don't have any opinions on this map really. Hey guys. Hey Nano, I'm gonna ban you for posting someone else's stream.
Yeah, what are you doing?
He's a mod. What the fuck? What is he? What are you doing here, Nano? What are you doing here? All right. In the bottom right hand corner, we have currently down 1-0 in the best of 3 ace match. It is Daily Life's Chimera.
And up here in the top left-hand corner, we have the one, the only, playing for all in. It's Boo.
Thank you. Notice how I keep making you
Say your name.
Yeah, introduce me.
Because it would be even weirder if you're like, it's up here in the top left.
It's me. Yay. All right. I don't know.
Boo, boo.
Boo. Yeah, you can. I can never get booed. It's great.
I just remember booing at the at that Maryland tournament.
Yeah. I didn't hear it, but I knew about it.
And people were like, "What are you doing? This is like a friendly tournament. What are you booing for?" I'm like, "His name is Boo Radley. I'm booing.
His name is Boo in the game.
It's not like actually booing."
Yeah. So I was thinking, I'm up 1-0, right, in this series. I should just 13-12. Then I pussied out and didn't 13-12. So I'm like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I can micro at 13-12. I don't know if this guy's tired. He said he was up since 5 a.m. I don't know if I believe him or not. I'm not gonna risk it. So I just
You don't want to risk the psych out there.
I don't want to risk me fucking up this game on a 13-12 not being on the micro.
Yep.
That was really it.
Understandable.
Yep.
And I mean, not to be too critical, but judging from some of the last games,
Yeah, my micro was on point, absolutely on point.
it's just perfect.
Yep. So we're both gonna come in with our overlords, see the hatch versus, and think, yay, hatch first. Or nay, I don't know. I guess we'll be happy.
Or the nay, this game is actually gonna last.
It's like,
more than 3
damn it, yeah.
minutes. I have to play more ZVZ.
Right. I think both of us also go for that super early third play with a lot of Ling Bangling. I'm pretty sure, but we'll see in a second. It's a pretty good play on this map, I think, just because of how your natural overlord spread goes out. Like, you get an overlord over between the third and natural. You get an overlord sort of in the middle or of the map. You get an overlord at the third, so you can see what's going on, and you see the Lings coming at you from a mile away.
Yeah.
So like
it's kind of the
yeah.
opposite of what's it called? It's like you can't cover all the attack paths.
Yeah. Like what a lot of people would do is they go really, really hard onto trying to deny the other person's third base, which I think is what I did. And you can see some more spectacular micro just as a heads up in this game. I do remember part of this game now.
So he gets full scout off on you with these two lings.
Yep.
Sees the Baneliness, sees that you're still on gas.
Yep. I think being still on gas isn't really that much of a tell anymore, because it's just like, how many banelings can you make, really? Because no one's really like, unless you get 2 gases, right? You're not gonna switch into a different type of tech. 1 gas really just means banelings and maybe an evo chamber, which is what he's doing.
Yeah.
If you go like double gas and you do you get like an evo chamber, you get like a roach horn, that's more of a tell. So both of us take our thirds basically the same time. Mine's a little bit later, but I think after this
It looks like he's gonna make some banelings inside your
yeah.
base.
I am blind and I didn't see this. You want to see some fucking? This is me at 8 a.m. I didn't know how these lings even got here. Honestly, I don't remember these lings being in my base.
And here come banelings and
Ouch. 5 workers killed. I thought he weakened 4 more. I don't know how he didn't get those 4 actually, because didn't they explode at the same time in the same place? I don't know.
But isn't there a radius decrease?
Yeah. I mean, like it's one baneling over, right? So I guess part of it didn't get it. I don't know. But I make a whole bunch of lanes to try to pressure his third. So I think, okay, crap, he killed a whole bunch of stuff. And my mate, I need to do some pressure. I gotta even this out a little bit. So if I in my head, if I could kill his third, we're even.
What's interesting is you are even in workers, so he had made more.
Yeah. But I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Because the way I play ZVZ is, I think I'm sort of ahead, maybe.
And
So this baneling scares the shit out of me. And I keep trying to pressure this, and I suck.
ooh, that was
Get the
very
scrub
close
out
to
of here.
being awful, and
Get the scrap. I kept trying to like select one lane to go attack it, and I just couldn't do it. It was that whole
ooh,
and that yeah.
also very close to being a disaster.
And I did that. Yeah, that happened.
And this
then,
one, he has.
and then I try to run, and I can't run. It all went poor. So that attack went about as poorly as possible. But hey, we're somehow even.
Yeah.
I'm actually ahead in workers.
I guess you forced a bunch of lings out of him.
Yep.
So you're going for roaches. He's going for mutas.
Yep. Basically my kryptonite right now. I know I'm getting better at it. I just didn't scout these mutas as fast as I should have, honestly. I think at this point at 570, right? At 550, right? And I don't see roaches. I should probably just say, I think he's probably got mutas. What I should have done is sent this overload in a lot earlier. I think I sent this one overload in like the next 30 seconds. Because if I could scout those mutas out and start making a whole bunch of queens and infestors, I'll be okay. But the fact that he gets mutas out before I'm ready for them means I have to make a whole bunch of stuff in attack just to keep the mutas on his side of the map.
Yeah.
Where's my overlord? I thought I made it an overseer. Did I not?
Oh,
Whatever.
this baneling. Oh my.
Oh yeah, that happens.
My.
Yep. I was like, oh, where did all my stuff go at his third base? And I realized, oh, that must have happened. So, even after all that, I'm ahead in supply.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm ahead in workers.
Well,
I'm
granted,
ahead
he
in
is
supply.
saving up a lot of stuff for mutas. So
Yeah, he doesn't have much gas though. Actually, oh, he just made the mutas. I lied.
Yeah, he just. He didn't have that much.
Yeah.
That he's making 8 mutas. So that's.
So even
that's
right now, right? I still don't know about the mutas. I'm gonna find out the mutas right now. This is way too late, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't
Like,
have any anti-air set up.
So I see these mutas, I immediately start panicking, like, oh shit, I gotta make like spores, I gotta make queens,
Yeah.
and I think by now I need to like just attack with something. Cause I have these roaches. There's not many roaches. Hopefully, like usually at this point you have way more roaches than you go in for the attack. These mutas come in and start picking at my roaches because why not? I just send these across the map because like, oh shit, I need to get my anti-air up before these mutas come in. So basically all these units are just sacrificial, distraction units. Yeah, he's gonna pick out all these overlords out over the map. And right now I'm in a terrible spot. I gotta do something here. I gotta make more queens, I gotta make overseers, and he's piling on the mutas. These queens should not have fought out here by themselves, just not worth it.
These are pretty uncontested.
Yep. I even run these roaches back for some reason, because obviously the distraction didn't take. And I'm making more. I actually, this is where I think I could have won. I make this Nidus Worm. I go, hey, I'm screwed right now. I need to make a play. There's not that many mutas out. I think there's 13 mutas, right? But I have, how many queens do I have? I have 6 queens and I'm making more. So if I could get all these queens across the map in a Nidus Worm out before his muta count gets out of hand, I could maybe win this game. So I try it, and my fingers are not fast enough. You'll find out in a second why. Because these mutas are way out of position, right?
Yep.
He has to come all the way home to defend this. He sees it though immediately, which is good on him. He gets a really good, easy scout off on it.
And he has lings here.
And his ling's there. So this nice one comes out. I get 1 transfuse, 2 transfuse. I don't get it, which is even worse because if I got all the transfuses off on it, it would have been better. I mean, if I got none of the transfuses off, it would have been better because I wouldn't have lost all these queens. So not only that, not get the transfuses off, so my queens didn't come out and the rest of my army didn't come out, but I also didn't get the queens. Also, my queens died on his side of the map, so my queen count is diminished, and I didn't get the attack off.
Yeah, that's not looking so hot right now.
Yeah, Yep. So, again, I'm trying to figure out how to get back in this game. All these mutas are on this side of the map. Wreaking havoc. I'm like, alright, let's go Infestation Pit. And then do
you're gonna be
something.
supply block for days.
Yep. Oh, let's come in. I'm 128 out of 98. So I'm like, alright, well, we'll try to do this the old-fashioned way, right? Get 3 bases, go Infestors, go Infestor, Roach, Hydra, and see if we can do something there. Meanwhile, what I didn't know is on his side of the map, he's already going for Hive Tech. So these Roaches come in. I mean, they're decently upgraded. They're 1-1. But there's a lot of lanes. So, I mean, I feel like I trade okay here, but there's a lot of mutas, right? So the Lings don't trade well alone, but the mutas on top of them are going to kill everything. So lose another army basically for free. for Lings, right? His Lings are +2, +1. He's taking a 4th base. He's going for his Ultras Cavern. And I'm like, alright, I'm just going to try and get a Roach Hydra Force out with 2-2. And if that dies, it dies and the game's over. So we'll see. See what I can do.
You have been able to stay, like, kind of decent in supply.
Yeah, I'm decent in supply, but my army is just not capable of killing his army. That's the issue right now. He's got upgraded Lings, and he's just got the mobility that I don't. Because, I mean, my army could kill his army, right, if I catch it. So I need this Infestor. I need this Infestor a long time ago.
Yeah.
But see, these moves are basically uncontested. They'll come in here. They could even dive this Sport Car, honestly. Well, we have the 2 queens here, but they could, like, take out wherever they want to go. Go wherever they please. I think he was playing this a little bit safer. Oh well, but I did make my standard. Oops, I accidentally made a swarm host. Because I do that every game.
Found that key yet?
I have not unbound the key. I really should. And meanwhile, he's got 6 Ultras coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to kill. This is an army that's basically the GG army. I just kept taking bad trades, thinking I could win the game. Basically, I need to win this game off those trades. Now we have to have 2-2 Roach Hydra against tier 3 army.
A decent amount of Infestor energy.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a chance, right? There's still a chance to get the most incredible fungals of my life, kill off everything separately, and then win the game, right? But
yeah. But his army's starting to get close to the point where even if the mutas all died, like, for free, it wouldn't matter.
He's almost maxed out. I'm at 163. We're still moderately even on workers, but it's just his tech is just so much better than mine. He even has these like skins on his ultras. You know, like who has a skin on their ultra?
They just
want. Is that the radioactive one from the campaign? These are like the crazy radioactive ultras from the campaign, right?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it glow like that. Wait, do they glow like that? Didn't know that. It's cool. So I think I sent a Ling over to the space to check. Oh shit, what's going on down here? And then I think I get surrounded. I think we'll find out.
This is an army.
This is a terrifying army. This is the type of army that like you see and you leave the game, honestly. But I take the best engagement I think I can here. I think I take engagement up a ramp. Nope, I lied. I just get surrounded. This army is not the army that could fight that army. Although he fights these 3 ultras alone.
And
I dropped the infested Terrans to wall off. It does decently, but the Banelings come in.
The infested Terrans are really good, right?
Yeah, not that good. They used to be good.
I know.
I think
back when that was a thing.
Infested Terrans of upgrades. Oh, that was beautiful. I loved it. I loved Infested Terrans of upgrades. So yep, there's game 2, 1-1 in the best of 3. It doesn't matter. All right, so we're gonna go with game 3. I decided, what's the map choice I want? I want Frozen Temple because I think roaches are pretty good in Frozen Temple. I could counterattack pretty quickly, right? I could do all this crazy stuff. I spelled Chimera wrong in this replay. Oh well. But yeah. So my theory was just Frozen Temple are pretty good for roaches. Good map for roaches. Roach versus roach, I could probably win out. So that was it. But this before we go on this is one of the my favorite ZBZs I've ever played. was a lot of fun. All right, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have playing for Team Daily Life Esports. It is Chimera.
And over here in the top left, we have All In's Boo.
The other reason this map is, I chose this map because it's a very, very, very good 13-12 map, and maybe I can scare him into thinking of 13-12ing him, and then not 13-12 him.
Mind games.
Yes, because last time I played Son, and I played on this map, he thought I was going to 13-12 him because he watched me stream and 13-12 this map every fucking game. So I was wondering, maybe this guy watched me stream and watched me 13-12 on this map a lot, but was not quite what it was.
Well, you do get a pull first at least.
Yep, I did get a pull first because he's, afraid. I would pull first in this map too. But I was watching Chimera, looking at Chimera's play, he doesn't really cheese. I was looking at his match history. I just felt like he was going to go with a macro build almost every game. I felt pretty confident, and I also felt pretty confident that if he did go for a cheese, I could hold it. I felt like, at least. Even at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So yeah. So I guess what this means, he's going to have his speed a little faster than me. I'm going to have a little better economy. I think what actually happens here... Actually, I don't know what happens. I don't remember. We'll just watch the game.
We will find out.
We will absolutely find out. So Chimera's got a couple lanes coming out across the map. It's going to be pretty... Mostly just to poke around. See what my my gas timing was, compared to his. See what my ling looks like when my expansion comes up. I'm not sure what he reads off of a hatch first on this map. Just reads that he's safe, I think. The other thing that's also good about this map is not only is 13-12 really, really good, it's also a very, very good map for roach timing attacks. Like 2-base roach timing attacks. Just because of how short the rush distance is, I feel, and how easy it is to wall off this weird choke point here. So you can wall off this choke point with a roach warren and an evo chamber, and just skip banelings and just defend with queens and lings. So that's also a pretty good option.
It looks like Chimera's been pretty on point with his scouting.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gotten lings into your main pretty consistently.
So here's something I actually was wondering. Did he spot... He did not. He did not spot the evo chamber. I was wondering if he spotted the evo chamber with those lings. Because if you spot an evo chamber with those lings right now, you think either A, timing attack with roaches, or B, overlord drop.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what I did. I did go for the roach timing attack. I completely forgot I did that.
It also looks like, I guess Chimera is kind of favoring these, extra queen openings.
I like it. It's pretty good against sniping banelings. Like, if you go for a big baneling attack, you can use these queens out in the front to snipe out banelings and also use it to wall up your ramp.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're both going for a roach type play here. I'm going to go for the roach with +1. He's going to go just for straight roaches. I am ahead in workers again. I'm not really actually sure. I guess because of he spent more money on the queens. And no, he's going to lair. That's why he's going to lair, double another extractor. So he's going to go for, I think, probably a roach. He wants roach speed before quicker than I do. Meanwhile, I'm content with just making a whole bunch of roaches off of lair hatch tech.
Yep. And
going right into this +1. So these lings do run by here and kind of are a nuisance, but I don't think I'll lose too many here.
Maybe two drones.
Yeah, these roaches pop. So with
you get 2 drones. It's not bad.
It could have been a lot worse.
It does put him ahead in workers though.
Yeah, but I have those roaches and I'm starting moving across the map here with this +1 attack finishing up. You'll see in this engagement how good +1 attack on roaches is versus 0-0 roaches.
Yeah.
So I get a bunch of roaches to go move across the map. Kind of like that same build P. Sosa did, but this is a little bit later with more, a little more punch to it.
Yep.
some more reinforcements and more lings, a little more drone.
Yep.
So I come across the map
speed
here.
is not close enough, so it's not going to be a factor in this.
Yep. So his +1 just starts now, and I get these lings to really buffer for me. Like every time a roach shoots, right, it shoots really slowly. So every time a roach shoots at a ling, it's very good for me.
Yeah, well, you can see it just pretty clearly how much the +1 is affecting it.
So I have even more reinforcement lings. The more the lings come in, the harder it is for them to hold. I even do a little bit of roach micro, a little bit, just a little bit. Can't do too much roach micro. It is Zerg for, right? And you see, even with like 3 or 4 roaches, look how much these could kill with +1. Kills off like all these lings and these drones.
God, Skype is such an awful program. I cannot hear you at all.
Are you gone right now completely?
I'm just hearing like every other word, if that.
I could probably do this to help. This may help. Oh, I dropped 60 frames. That's fucking gross. Oh well. Do you hear me right now? How am I going right now?
I can hear you now. It's just
during the
during
fights?
action. I can't hear you.
It's probably my computer being stupid, I think.
I'm sure it's Skype. Because it doesn't sound. It sounds like the chat isn't having a problem with. So it's not like you're.
Yeah, it's not the mic, but I think it's the combination of streaming and also streaming to you with my audio. That's my guess. So I go home and I feel like I did a pretty good job here doing damage. I take a 3rd base, right? It's I don't know how far ahead I am, but I feel like I'm pretty far ahead in drone count.
Yeah, and you're definitely pretty. I mean, looking at you are pretty ahead. You got a nice worker lead
and he is again going to Spire. I think I spotted the Spire faster though, because he did just kill that Overlord, so I do see it, right? Yeah. So I spot the Spire way earlier than last game, and you'll see I prepare for it much better.
Yeah, and last game you guys were even on 3 bases when the Spire went down. This time you're actually
ahead.
Have your 3rd up and he doesn't, so I feel like that also helps a lot.
So I'm making a lair, making another queen, I believe. I think I should be, after this lair goes down, I immediately make it an infestation pit to try to deal with try to get a fungal there and then use queens. So he drops an overseer in to see what my tech is. He's gonna probably spot my. Oh no, we just dropped changelings. The one thing I didn't notice when I played him that day was he was on top of his changeling game, like always sending changelings in.
Yeah.
Like trying to deny his changelings is really difficult for me.
Well, definitely hardest with Zerg because the tanny lings.
Yeah, it's true. So I got this roach ravager ling kind of is force. I'm actually gonna get a slight upgrade advantage. I'm gonna have +1/+1 for a while he only has +1. I actually really do like +2 instead of +1/+1, but I didn't have my layer down in time, so I said, all right, let's just make +1 carapace. From what I've seen in a big roach on roach fight, +2 is better than +1/+1. So I feel like I have a pretty big army here. I assumed he took a 3rd base, right? I see these mutas come out. I'm like, okay, his army can't be that big because of these mutas, because of this tech. Build a couple of spores, make more queens. Spire's done, Lair's done, but I don't see. No, I didn't make the infestation pit yet. But he's only got like 4 mutas here, so that's really not gonna be too much. So I should be able to deny this 3rd base. Yeah, he basically gives this to me.
Kill this 3rd.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking maybe I could just go in and push for the win here, but like, nah, maybe not. He does kind of like do a pretty good job microing back here, so I have to chase his units.
Do you think it's the right decision to chase and trade, or if it's just to like dart in for economy or protect?
I'm not really sure. I think going in is probably better, actually. Because you want to get damage while he's not shooting, or like, if he's shooting you, you want to be getting damage while he's shooting you for the trade, right? So, he does clean me up, but I do feel like I do a decent, well, actually doesn't look as, well, I do economic damage, right? So he's got this army advantage, but I do decently, economically.
Yeah.
His +2 is about to finish, so these upgrades are going to be pretty good for him, I think, in about a second. So this hold actually is a lot tougher than I thought it was when I think about it.
You do have a nice amount of queens, though.
Yeah, the queens really help here because the queens fight with the mutas exclusively, and holding this position top of the ramp has really helped me out here because I don't think I have that many roaches. Yeah, because it's 9 to 17 roaches, but the queens help a ton with transfuses, and somehow I hold this.
Yeah, this point is 2-0 against 1-1.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure in a straight up fight 2-2 is better. Maybe not in this position because of the queens. I don't know. I don't know how the math actually works out. But yeah, he pushed across the map, lost a bunch, couldn't do any damage, and I don't think he was drawing too much behind that. Like if you look at the drone count, I'm still up like 14 workers, and I'm up a whole bunch of army now. So I'm just trying to build up this giant roach ravager for us, and I think eventually get the hydras. Yeah, I have a hydras den now, so hopefully the mutas aren't really an issue anymore. And I see him going into roaches, so I'm assuming mutas aren't going to be an issue anymore. His muta switch basically didn't do anything. And again, another changing of my army I didn't even see. This one I didn't even spy, I don't think. I don't think I ever killed it. So he has full vision of my army, while I have, like, no vision of his. Alright, finally start +2. I don't know why it took me so long, but there it is. Mutas kind of come in and just be annoying, try to pick off. I think I like what he's doing with these mutas here, just going around picking off overlords, because what else you can do with these 3 mutas?
Yeah, I mean, you want to get as much value out of them as you can, so.
Yeah.
Just scouting, denying is good enough.
So he is making more army units, right? Well, he's not making anything right now, but his army.
Overall, you have gone up pretty high in supply.
Yeah, because I was gonna say his surprisingly his drone count really isn't that high compared to mine. I thought I would be more even here because I've left him alone for a pretty long time. I was pretty much on the back foot after that last attack.
Yeah.
But I guess getting the upgrades up now, he's getting his. We're gonna be even with upgrades at the end of my upgrade cycle. I'm taking a 4th base here just because why not? I feel like it's a good time for it. I think I made do I make a Spire now or later? Because I know the way my game plan works out right now is I max out Roach Hydra, right? And then after I max out Roach Hydra, trade, right? If either I trade and he can't attack me, or if he can't attack me, or basically trade so that he can't attack me, and then while he can't attack me, start building up either A, mutas for a kill move, or B, corruptors for a Broodlord switch. And I think in this game I go for the Broodlord switch because I have just I get a pretty good bank. So I split off some of these roaches here for a counterattack as potential 4th base, but I think they get spotted by these mutas.
And he doesn't have a 4th base anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't have a 4th base anyway. So I go in here. I think this attack actually goes very, very poorly for me. I think this is what brings it back into the game, from what I remember. So these roaches come down. He actually splits off very nicely here. He didn't take his whole army, which I expected. I expect him to take his whole army down here to defend this. But I come in here with basically a roach.
You eat some corrosive vials there.
Yeah, I eat some awesome corrosive vials and then a move command. And right here I just get absolutely pummeled by his army. And another move command. Yep, so that went well. But I just make a whole bunch of roaches. I'm like, oh crap, he's gonna come across the map and murder me right now. But somehow these roaches survived. The ones at the bottom.
He eats his own corrosive vials there.
Yeah. The ones that I went to attack his potential 4th base, once they started attacking, I moved them back, and when he attacked, when he went to kill off the rest of my first army, I just moved these back into his 3rd base, and I think I got a couple of drone kills there. So this is basically a mega queen roach ravager army. So even after losing all that stuff, my economy is still 20 drones up, and I still have this pretty large roach force. But he has a very big roach force as well, so I need these queens to defend. So I bring these queens up to defend, and somehow, some miraculous way, I push him back. In all honesty, he probably could have pushed to kill me there, I think. But these queens are there, I get scared and all full energy transfuse. So at this point, I know. Okay, he didn't have a fourth base when I attacked. He's got a sort of saturated third. I have my fourth up, and I have 3 saturated bases. I should go to Hive, and I should go to Broodlords now. So I go for this Hive. I think I make a Spire soon-ish, maybe. Maybe. Come on. Come on, sober me.
Come on, sober Chris.
I did. I know I did it. I know I did it. I didn't do it. And these mutas are still here being really annoying. There's still 2 mutas left just killing creep tumors.
And he's actually going for a lurker den.
Yep. I think I actually scouted. Did I scout that? Where's the lurker den?
There's your Spire.
Yeah. So I see the Hydros den over there, I think. Yeah, I spotted the Hydros den. I didn't see the lurker den. I think at some point I scout this lurker den and then decide on Broodlords. So there's a Spire. There's a Hive. So everything's set for the big Broodlord transition. So even on upgrades, but I am still way ahead army supply. I think just because of my economy. So I come down to pressure this 4th base, so I know it's there now. So I go for this big fight. He doesn't have lurkers quite yet. His lurker den is about to finish. It finishes like right now. And I think he actually lets me see his lurkers because he morphs them right here. And that's when I know I need to go into Broodlords. Because the only thing that kills lurkers is Ultralists or Broodlords. And I already had a Spire, so like, alright, we're gonna go Broodlords. A couple Corrosive Bile dances. Every time he backs off, I just get some more damage onto this 4th. Yep. Take out the 4th and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. It was good that you were able to kind of keep going back and forth and always doing damage to the hatch,
Yep.
so you ended up killing it, so.
Yep. So I go in.
So here's the morph.
Yeah, so I see the morph. I'm like, alright, we're definitely going to Great Spire. We're definitely going to get Broodlords. And I feel like I'm in a good spot here because a lot of his army is being morphed around. So if this army isn't that strong, I get this concave. Oh, I'm lagging. Sorry. Ugh. So I try to kill off some of these lurkers while they're alone.
You get 1.
I get 1. Take the cancel again because why not? And he's way down in supply now. He's mined out of his main, basically mined out of his natural. He's really mining off of 1 base with 24 workers. I keep having vision on his potential 4th and 5th bases. So I know he doesn't have this other 4th base, and I keep killing this 4th base. So I know I should be in good shape. These meters are really annoying though. Killing all these.
You do need his overseers.
I really should have killed those. Yeah. So I have these. I made a whole bunch of corruptors. Ready for this Broodlord switch. Once this Broodlord finishes.
Oh, you killed the mutas finally.
Yes, finally. I make a whole bunch of Broodlords, but I don't do them in really the greatest spot. I do them all the way to the left here. So they finish, and I have to move them all the way up to deal with this attack. So I try to hold a position on the ramp, but lurkers. So I kill a couple of them up there, but still, you don't want to fight in lurker range, like, ever. So he moves up into me.
Lurkers do murder things.
Yeah. Take out a couple. I know my army is getting wrecked here. I'm like, oh crap, let's see how much damage you can do. I'm just waiting for these Broodlords to get there. So my army is basically getting wrecked by this.
Slowly but surely the Broodlords come in.
Yeah, the Broodlords come in, take out the lurkers, and I don't know what he really wants to do here, right? You could go and try to Corrosive Bile the Broodlords, but you're not going to have enough Corrosive Biles. So I kind of like this idea of going for the actual Greater Spire instead. He takes out the Greater Spire so he knows there's not any more Broodlords, but his whole army is now trapped in my natural. And they just get wiped out by the Broodlords.
And the Broodlords kind of just kill everything.
Yep. The Broodlords are attacking the wrong fucking direction though. They should really turn around, thank you. Damn it.
I feel like there was a moment where he was like, before your Broodlords go in, where he was like, oh my god, am I going to win this game?
Yeah. That's always a stressful feeling. No, I got this. Aw, like, damn it, there's 7 Broodlords.
Like, I survived. It's like, oh my god, his army's dead. I'm gonna win this, and then oh no, I'm
Broodlords
going to actually win this.
So at this point, I push off this build at this push at my 4th base. I check down here with the corruptors. Still no base. I know he's only on one base. I still have these Broodlords up, so it doesn't really matter that my Spire is dead because I already made the Broodlords I wanted to make. I really don't want that many more than like 5 or so Broodlords because you want more Corruptors to just keep them alive. So he's got a couple Corruptors coming up. He needs all his Corruptors to basically kill all his Broodlords. Meanwhile, I have my own Corruptors here doing jack shit because they weren't with the army. But these Broodlords come in, these Corruptors come in, take out these their Corruptors, and basically from this point out, he's got no mining, no army, and should be GG.
And I think that's pretty much it on his economy altogether, so not seeing how he's gonna last much longer.
Yep. These Corruptors do stay alive for a while, and for a small bit, they're uncontested against these Broodlords. Like right now, he can kill a whole bunch of Broodlords. This one Hydra should really turn around and help the Broodlords out, but they don't.
No, they're like, he's like,
hey, you got this, right? You got this, guys.
Broodlords are great at killing Corruptors.
Yeah. There he is. He finally turns around and realizes, oh, I gotta maybe help. But by this point, Chimera's got nothing.
Yep, he's 35 supply.
And there it is. The useless ace match is finally over. Won by yours truly. One of my favorite ZVZ series I've ever played, actually. It was actually a lot of fun. The Dasan game was kind of crazy. I didn't know what was going on. But that sounds like Dasan. This game was one of the cooler, more interesting games I've ever played. 8 GG. And there you have it, guys. All In wins the match 5-2, I believe it is. Final score. I guess technically 6-2 if you count that win. But yeah. I guess that's it, really. So I think right now we're 3-3 in score. I think 3-3. I don't know. So there's only like 2-3 more weeks. I think there's 10 weeks in each season. So basically, we gotta win the next couple to get into the playoffs. So I'm gonna cast every single week. We need a name for this cast though, instead of just CTL cast. Unless you want to just call it CTL cast.
We could do CTL cast. We could do like, I don't know. I could think of Tuesday something. If we're gonna do it on Tuesdays, I don't know if that's.
We can't do Fun Day Tuesday because that's Mango's thing, right? When they all get shit faced and play.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could think of something, but yeah. So if you enjoyed the cast, hit that follow button. We can get some more people. I'll probably put these up on our YouTube channel. I think it's linked below. If not, I'll edit that. Please subscribe to that channel. It's got like 66 subscribers. We need 100 just to get a URL that's not like a hash code. It's not a hash code, but it's an awful URL. So I can actually like put it places. Every single one of the casts, anything we put on this channel gets put on that channel. Get some VOD action for you guys. Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter. Yeah. We'll tweet out when we're streaming.
Yeah.
And casting and everything.
Yeah. So I'll definitely tweet out every time we cast this. We on this channel. I usually tweet when I cast, whenever I stream myself. If you want to see some really salty Zerg play, personal stream stuff. But yeah. Other than that,
you hear my voice in the background.
Also salty Terran player.
Yep, or Zerg, or whatever race I play now.
Or a Hearthstone player, or
that's
anything
where the
really.
real rage comes in.
The real rage is Hearthstone. It's next level.
Although I was playing some rank 15 Tetris Arena today.
That's like an ASMR video, though. You just hit click.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's not the same as like a StarCraft player. It was like kind of like click. Like Tetris is just like, you know, a steady beat.
Well, yeah, because there's the constant spacebar clicks to drop the beat, so it's like spacebar.
The spacebar is basically like the it's like the bass drum, and then everything else is like the other parts.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so that should be it. Is anyone else streaming right now? I could probably host someone, perhaps, but it looks like no one's streaming. So you guys all don't get hosts.
Yep. So we'll see you guys, I guess, next week.
Yeah. Unless
always
something
remember,
else happens.
elect Mark Haber, doing secretary.
Yes.
It's an important election. Future of Felix Festa Middle School is depending on it.
What's the name of your middle school?
Felix Festa.
Felix Festa.
Felix V Festa, actually.
Is that a Spanish name? Or...
I don't think so. I actually don't really know. I mean, I actually had that guy's grandson as a teacher,
Really?
Mr. Festa.
Mr.
Yep.
Festa.
Mr. Festa at Festa Middle School. It was
Interesting.
odd.
All right. I think that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Be happy. Don't salt the ladder. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. Rage on ladder. Rage. It makes life interesting. Sort of. All right. See you guys later.
Yep.